Hello, party people. Okay, so last time, oh god, um, we were in the gardens to begin. There was a little spider. He was sneaking around. We beat up that guy, took his armor, put it on Leovold. Alyssa turned invisible, and then she was gone for the rest of the session. So you can make up what we're doing for the whole entire session. Damien was also visible for most of the session. Uh, and Darren was pretending to be Nettie. And we just kind of waltzed in after we beat up that guy. And then Leovold walked into the kitchens and was like, this isn't where I need to be. And then he went into the ballroom and he was like, I'll just keep going. I don't know where I'm going. And actually he like pretended to be a guard for a little bit. He's like, okay, I'm being weird now. So he turned around and pretended to be where he was supposed to be. And then he walked through there, went around actually, no, I think he turned around and just went upstairs. Then he just went upstairs. Damien
I just stood there and eavesdropped on some dude's conversation.
Aarakocra.
The Aarakocra. Yeah. He's in the notes. Yeah, I know, because you were like, write that down. And I was like, oh, yeah. Got it.
I'm going to blackmail that man. I don't know. I just know his family deals with spice. That's all I wrote down.
Spice trader from Sasset, Cooley.
Yeah. Oh, that's his name. Oh, shit.
Didn't write down that lady's name, though.
So. Don't give it.
The one.
I don't think I need to write down the name when Darren knows very well who she is at this point.
Yeah.
Abatha? It was Abatha, I believe.
Yeah. Abatha. That's right. Thank you. It was Abatha. Abatha. I'm just going to put bitch.
You should. Oh, God, Judy, I wish you were here.
It was very X drama.
Oh.
X meeting the
Okay, but she's confused. This is not helping. So then Leovold, he comes outside. He listens in on that conversation with the Aarakocra and Abatha. And then he walks away. He goes upstairs. I think at that point you went upstairs. And you just were like, I'm just going to go. And you did.
Okay.
Yeah. Damien kept sneaking around. Darren eventually, Damien, I think, walked in. Damien walked in. He saw the man who we're trying to find, which was Valencio. And as he's seeing Valencio gets up and goes outside, and then Valencio sees Darren as Nettie, and Valencio really likes Nettie a lot. So he like beelined over to Darren, started talking to her, and then Abatha, bitch, came over and just started doing what she does. And there was just some cat stuff back and forth. And then they all went, Valencio, Abatha, Darren go in, and they start having drinks. Damien is invisible, watching over that scene to make sure everything's okay. In the meantime, Leovold goes upstairs. He finds like the big office study on the third floor. And then Tom appears as Luna, who is the spider. And they both raid the office together. They find a whole bunch of notes. They find a letter that has a seal on it with the symbol of a oil lamp. They open up a safe. They got really good rolls on that. I think they were obscene rolls. And got a bunch of magic items, a really big rock, just like a diamond or something. I forget what color it was, but a big diamond of some kind. And then I think gold, and you got a magical cape, which was actually pretty good. And there might have been something else. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But
you're forgetting the weird thing 1 and thing 2 people, and then the fight with the robot.
I haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to be like, don't forget that. That's the most important.
They're going back and forth, and Valencio says, "Okay, ladies, I got to go like wrap up the party, so I'm going to leave." And Valencio goes outside, and then he goes upstairs, and Damien is invisible and following him. And as Valencio gets up to the second floor, and Damien's like, oh, shit. Like, Leovold's up there. We're going to get caught. Oh, my God. 2 clowns, 2 jesters come out of the walls. One of them has a happy mask. One of them has a sad mask. One of them's like a tall female. She's the sad one. And then the happy one is like a little halfling, smaller, like a little guy. Just this little guy, little jolly man with that little hat and a happy mask. And they talk back and forth, like they finish each other's sentences. And Happy and her, sad, tell Valencio that there's somebody upstairs And then Valencia's like, why didn't you get them yet? And Happy and Sad are like, okay, we will. And they start going upstairs, and Damien follows them while he's invisible. And Happy and Sad turn around and look right at Damien, and they're like, we're being followed. And then Damien's like, oh, fuck, because he's invisible. And he starts running away. And they also knew that there was 2 intruders, and Luna was hidden as a spider in Leovold's armor. So they have some weird shit going on. And then they go upstairs. They come in. They're creepy. The dudes are like, nah. And they jump out the window. And then they go out the window, and everybody's dead. All the guards in the courtyard are fucking dead. And then the robots are there. And then Leovold's like, oh, we got to kill robots now. Okay. He goes over, and he's like, what's up, dog? Like, we going to fight? And lead number 1's like, whoa, chill, dude. We're here to help. And he's like, why? And they're like, well, we were told that you agreed to the job. And he's like, what job? And they're like, what do you mean? And then the fucking clowns come out and start throwing fireballs. And then we left. We were like, fuck this. And we were
amazing. What's up, dog?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just the short form version.
Yeah, no.
You want to get fucking blasted again, dog? And then you like patted it, and then you like patted his back or whatever. You like rubbed him. You were like, you got this. And then we all ran the fuck away because the clowns were creating explosions and everybody was dead. And now we're like in the streets, I guess. We ended it immediately after that. All of us fleeing into the streets. And yeah, that's where we are. We have the evidence. We think we haven't like actually looked at it yet, but we think we have the evidence. And the robots and the clowns are fighting, and that's not our problem.
I'm totally forgetting. Who is Valencio and what evidence are we looking for?
Valencio is okay. Hemdall, the high elven guy with the robots, showed up with the captain in the bar, the Black Cloud Inn, and he was like, I know who did it. I need evidence though. And he pointed to Valencio, who was the head of finance for Grand Rise.
Right. He blew up the ship. Okay.
And he thought it was Valencio because Valencio is the only person who knew the shipment was coming in besides himself. And then we saw that lady on the bike, or the small flying boat, the skiff that flew when we snuck over there and all that stuff. So there was like some weird stuff going on with him. But he's the head of finance. He's a human. Okay. We did end up meeting him. He's a human. He's a sleazy guy who really likes Nettie a whole lot. And I think he invited you guys to a party or something.
He did. Yeah, he did.
At like the end of like everybody was dying around him, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go hide now, but like I have a party this week. It's gonna be a banger. You should come." And
this is also after he found out that I wasn't actually Nettie, but I told him that Nettie sent me, and he's like, "Oh, invite her to a party."
Like, verbatim, Caitlin was like, "Oh, Nettie sent me to test the waters," and he goes, "How are the waters?" That was his rebuttal. I was like, "This dude is." Oh, Nettie has someone wrapped around the fingernail.
And Valencia has a little penis, too. That was important.
Wait, how did we find that out?
Nettie said so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's everything. I can't give you... That's as much of a wrap-up as I can possibly.
All I want is to get actual Nettie and Current to watch Peyton talk back and forth as both of them.
Like a psychopath. Yeah, let's do it.
A giant, sassy conversation.
Amongst myself. It's a particular set of skills that I have. Okie doke. So we are in the streets after the fact. I do think we managed to stay together, but it's also up to Luna to some extent if they wait around or not. I think Luna has all the evidence. Is this right? Half. Did you give Luna Luna has the letter, and you kept like a bunch of the paper, and you gave some of it to Luna as well. So an important thing is what do you do, Luna? Because you kind of were one of the first ones to get to leave.
Did Leovold call out for Luna yet, or no? Or is he like in the streets?
You left. I would say he probably started running away like somewhere between 12, like 2 to 3 rounds of combat after you took off. So when he left, you had probably already escaped the gardens and gotten out to the street. And from your perspective, you probably run out onto the street, hear an explosion, possibly turn around if you're that kind of guy, and see, a large fireball appear from the front of the mansion, and then you do whatever you do. And then Leopold would eventually show up, probably about 12, again, like another 2 to 3 rounds later. It would take him to dash out of the courtyard.
Okay.
And so it depends on what you do in that 12 to 18 seconds. Do you like see the explosion and go, nah, and get the fuck out of there? Do you like go duck around the corner and then like watch, because it's 12, 18 seconds isn't that long of a time, but it is a pretty long time if your decision is to just hightail it,
Yeah, I mean, I still have a wild shape to use too, so let's see. I think since I didn't get any information as to like where to meet up, I'm gonna like just chill in the street for a second to see if anybody like comes out from the I guess the chateau or whatever, and kind of like gauge the situation. But I'm definitely gonna try to like be sneaky and like hide in a corner while I like do that.
I think so. You take the wild shape of like a small animal of some kind, insect, squirrel, whatever. And then, are you going to do the thing where you have rabbit ears, like you're a spider, but you have rabbit ears? Are you going to do that whole situation, or are we just going with you turn into a spider?
Yeah, let's do that. Like, there's a defining feature that always kind of comes out of the wild shape. So you can.
I want you to be a spider, but like a rabbit. You have a little rabbit tail. You're a jumping spider with a little rabbit tail. That'd be adorable. I love that for me.
Yeah.
No. So you turn into whatever you turn into, little creature, rabbit feature, and you wait. You would see, I think, probably Leopold show up first, and then a Darren, and then Alyssa and Damien would be able to kind of choose when they pop up because they're both invisible.
Okay.
Leopold, you'd be the first one on the scene, I think, based on I believe the timeline, with the Darren coming shortly after. Unless you kind of like slow ran looking for your party, maybe you guys could all show up together. But if you just go, nah, fuck this, then you'd be the first out.
Well, I do have a reduced movement speed because I have the full plate on right now.
Yeah, you're fucking clanking. I forgot.
But as he's running, he would like to try to be like taking it off, like just. So it's
This
gonna
brings
take
up a
a
great
minute still.
question. Where do you store your armor when you're not using it?
He stole this from a man who's like naked in the bushes.
Yeah, this is a guard armor.
Mm.
This has like all of the all that shit, Grand Rising.
This is a
stuff,
disguise. This
not mine. I'm not keeping it.
This is actively hampering his ability to be a character.
Yeah. But if I'm the first one out,
give me a sleight of hand just for the sake of it, to see how well you can like off a little bit of this armor.
17.
Pretty well. As you're running, you're able to like get off some of the arm, some gauntlet. You're kind of jumping. You manage to like shake off one of the boots, and you kind of reach down. You manage to unbuckle some of the leg. It kind of falls open in the middle, and you're able to kind of shake it off. It's still kind of clinging to you a little bit. It's annoying, but you're a little bit lighter. But now you look like a goober, probably.
Well, when I get outside the gate, he's gonna take the rest of it off. Take the proper time to.
You get outside. I would say 6 seconds after you get out there, Darren comes. In the first 6 seconds you're there, I mean, what do you do?
Immediately get the chest plate the fuck off. I'm literally walking evidence.
Start getting naked. You start taking off your stuff. Most of the people around here have like scattered. There is like a ring of some people that are now like in the streets gawking, but all of the guards are either like you probably ran past some guards that were going to the chateau, and then like a lot of the guards were just not alive. So you start taking off, you start doffing your armor. Darren would then show up, and I think Alyssa and Damien can kind of be like, we pop up at this point whenever we want to.
Sure.
Yeah, Damien would pop up when he saw everyone. So he wouldn't want to stay invisible for too long.
Your ability, your invisibility that one session where you like disappeared for like a solid half of the session was great for you being absent as a player. I was like, well, she's invisible, so
Yeah, but how did Damien get invisible?
you made him invisible.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Oh wait,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Alyssa wasn't invisible technically. I think she was disguised.
no, she was visible.
I
It's fine.
disguised myself as one of the dead guards.
And just
Yeah.
lay down.
I mean, I think that would work. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it would probably work. So you guys pop up. You're all back together. Levold is like stripping off his armor. They're still fighting in the background. You can probably hear like screams, yells, the occasional explosion of fucking lightning bolt shoots up over the garden, and you're here together, the four of you. Luna somewhere in the vicinity, but you don't know they're there. Baja Blast.
So Heimdall sent us to get evidence and then sent robots after us to kill everyone?
Very confusing.
Yeah, he never
don't know
told us
that-
that was part of the plan.
Unit 1 just said that they're there to help, and I grabbed all these, and you see kind of like after he gets the armor off, inside the armor itself, just scattered is a bunch of papers. Picks those up. I got these, and
Ooh, what do they say?
I didn't really have time to read them. There was these two creepy little clown fucks that just busted in, and fuck, where's that other one? And he starts looking around for someone, and he's like, hard to miss. They got fucking rabbit ears and talk a lot.
What?
He,
Did,
they're
are you seeing things?
no, so promise I haven't been drinking, but there was a spider
That seems
who
unlikely.
like became a rabbit person, and they were inside the study where I got all this and we jumped out the window together, and I gave half of it to them because they said they were part of Lamplighters, but they were like a coffee getter person. I don't fucking know. Can we like just walk and talk? Because
Yeah.
Yeah, let's walk and talk.
Let's
We
get
avoided-
to.
It's okay, man. We'll get you.
As
some
you say that, there's
we'll
like
get
another
back, don't
explosion.
worry.
You see Unit 7 fly into the air and like land by the gate and get up and then like start like flash stepping back towards the battle.
yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here right now.
So I do want to look at some of the papers though as we walk and get out of there. Can I?
Yeah,
can I
he'll
check
hand
on
them out to like everybody. Even
We're like reading and walking.
fucking here. You have some. You have some. You have a stack. By the way,
It's like
is
exam season.
a Darren still Nettie?
I
Right
think
now, yes.
You are? Okay.
As long as there's still time, I think she's gonna give a little bit of time away before she. Well, no, maybe. Yeah, like get a little bit farther away, and then we'll drop the disguise.
Yeah, so you're still Nettie then.
As he's passing out, Levo will try to have like look out for someone that looks like Luna.
So you made friends with a spider.
No, it's really like a rabbit folk. Like
Hmm.
they have really big ears, and they said their name was Luna. They kind of helped me out a bit in the office, not gonna lie, but I gave half what we found to her. 'Cause
Him.
Him.
Yeah, Luna. I almost did the same thing. The name Luna makes me think it's a woman too, but it's
Yeah. Sorry, I've played with a few people that played a Luna character and they were females. So I gave
Oh,
half
we
of
need
them
the
to
guy. Oh my god, I got tricked too. Sorry.
This is just active sexism within this campaign, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We can continue.
So I gave half of them to this bloke, and I don't know where they're at now. They just said they're part of the Lamplighters, and I figure, hey, if you're trying to clear their name, here you go. But you will notice around him is like this super nice, finely made fucking like cloak.
You're wing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There's just like, were you wearing that before?
You take off. He drops the last piece of the armor, and he's just wearing this like extravagant hooded cloak. Looks like Count Dracula all of a sudden.
Is
Oh,
that
hell yeah.
Leovold, I'll be honest, that cloak is fucking sick, man.
Yeah, bravo.
It's all because of the benefactor that we just robbed, really. He graciously donated it to me. By donate, I mean I broke into a safe that was behind a picture and took it. Now,
Hmm.
Luna, the person that I'm fucking looking for, still looking around.
You're being gaslit. Tom's like, I'm not gonna show up. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. I gave them like this big of a diamond. I could give a flying fuck about it. I was trying to.
And you gave the other person this diamond.
Yeah.
The person you don't know.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yep.
sure it's fine. He'll be back, right?
Fuck if I know. I mean, if they show up, they show up. If not, then well, best of luck. And hopefully we got enough information to figure out what the fuck is going on. I didn't have any time to look over it, so if you guys actually find something, great. All of that was hidden between desks and a safe, so there's a lot going on.
All right, I guess I'll just read all the papers that I have.
As you guys are walking, give me could be history, could be investigation.
Investigation.
Can I do a perception to try and find a rabbit folk?
You could try. Yeah, you could try.
I got
22.
22.
Tom, give me.
Ah.
What are you doing? Who are you? What are you? Are you like a? Are you a small? Give me a sneak.
Who are
Give me
you?
a stealth. Give me a stealth for whatever you are. Right
Only
now,
way he's
using that stat block.
roll low for me, please.
Rolled low.
Are you a tiny thing?
Yeah, I'm tiny.
You can add +5 for heavily
Dick.
obscured.
15.
You're a
15.
piece of shit, Peyton. We would have tied. Rolled a 10.
Oh man. Then we would have had to re-roll. That would have been exciting. I think it's fair because he's little. So he's
Fair.
heavily obscured. And it's also nighttime. And I'm assuming he's a jumping spider with a rabbit tail. So tough to notice, but when you see it, you can't unsee it.
Like a regularly sized jumping spider or a giant jumping spider?
Wee one, just a little guy
Oh,
okay.
with a little tiny rabbit tail.
That
Well,
is
imagine.
adorable.
Relax, Kate.
Or maybe with bunny ears because it jumps, which makes sense.
I like the cottontail.
You realize
one
that
also.
ears
No, the
and rabbit
cottontail,
tails
the
are both on.
cottontail.
So give me the you give me a perception check. Give me the history and or investigation.
Oh, I got 22 on either. It's the
Okay.
same.
I also got 22.
Ooh, Jesus. Level, do you have the letter? No, did you give it to somebody?
He gave me one of the stuff. He had a bunch of papers. I
gave.
don't know what I had to
so
roll for it.
I literally wrote this. Luna Tom
okay.
has half the desk notes, black notebook,
Okay.
and envelope.
Okay. So he has all the good shit. That's so funny. You're like, here, take. And then Tom's like, I'm not going to take part in this.
I mean, there is consequences to the actions.
So you guys
And I can
have all of the regular. You guys have all of the desk notes that he found like under the desk when he popped out those side cabinets.
more or less.
And then Tom has some of them as well. These aren't super exciting. This is like all of the fiscal activity of the entire city. So it's just like a whole bunch of ledgers and transactions, and then like large businesses, their like quarterly profit and loss, what they sold, what they didn't, all different types of like reports and like future like predictions for the market, what prices are going to be like, what is the current inflation rate, all kinds of shit like that. You're trying to like go through all of this shit that you're not really all that interested in, isn't particularly useful. When you do eventually find reports for your ship particularly and the incoming Aethra shipment, 22. Damien, what did you roll?
I rolled a dirty 20.
Jesus Christ.
We're really smart, okay?
Yeah, what the heck, dude?
Oh,
So
wait,
something
wait,
that you
no, I
noticed-
thought it was perception. It was intelligence.
No. It was history and or investigation.
Oh, okay, never mind. I got a 18.
That's still really good.
Yeah.
As you are exploring this document, trying to see if there's anything weird about it, it was submitted by Hemdahl to Valencio. From your perspective, it's all there. And the total transaction is 10,000. You do notice on these really incredibly high rolls, there is in the top right corner of the document a little drop of ink on the corner that looks fresh, like kind of new. And as you go down the side, you can see over top of some of the letters, there is just like newer ink that is sort of like bled. It looks like it's almost bled through. And you think that maybe, because there is not like a photocopying machine, you think that perhaps for some reason he copied this document more than one time over and over again, like put a piece of paper on it and copied it verbatim, like made the exact same document, to the point where at a certain point some of the ink actually bled through and like marked over top of some of the letters of this original document, which might not be that strange, maybe, but you don't see that on any of these other documents. And it seems like a weird thing for it to exist. This document contains like a rough estimation of delivery and also like the expected location of delivery. But one thing you notice is that the expected location of delivery is a different port from the one you arrived at, because when you guys got into port, you did not go to where you were originally supposed to go. You ended up going to this hole because the other one was docked. You guys got there late because you didn't get the fucking giant worm for the shipment. So the shipment ended up at a different time. But even though the shipment ended up at a different time to the one on this document, you still got hit. And these are all things you would see, and you can make your own judgments on what that may or may not mean. But that's really the only thing you would find in here, besides the fact that he has all of the information for what is seemingly like the entire city financials.
So it seems like
Which
we
you
don't
now
know too much. Leovold, are you looking at this though?
No, you can definitely see like he's constantly looking around every direction trying to find someone, or just not. He gave the papers off to you guys. He's more focused on the random person he ran into. I'm not fucking crazy.
I guess I'll look for a spider with Leovold.
It's not always a fucking spider. Like, it was for a second. He might be. I don't know. We jumped
me a-
out the window and
How are you gonna find a spider?
I don't
me
know.
a
Everyone
perception
stay still and just check your armor. Hide in mine.
Did he ask first?
Highly doubt it. Rude
I don't
fucker.
have armor.
Maybe he's in your pocket.
Darren is in your pocket.
That was facetious.
Yeah, Alyssa's like making sure there's not a spider on her.
This is a great time for Tom to go, yeah, you find me. I'm in your pocket.
Not yet. I am following behind and watching them, but I know.
Ow, you are so slow.
Oh, I'm 20. I have 20 feet of movement.
We're gaining 10 feet on you every turn.
Not if he's dashing and you're walking.
He's just a tiny little exhausted spider.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're about to be out. This is a workout.
You turn around. Alyssa, give me a perception check.
Now I got like this 8-legged freak.
You see this
head.
haggard jumping spider.
15.
Okay, Tom, you can roll another stealth check.
17.
We need Mara.
We needed, yeah.
20 perception all the time.
Yeah.
We see it. We see you. We know where you are. She would know where he is, but she wouldn't tell the group.
It's really true. Like, huh? There's a spider
Where are we
following
heading?
us.
We're not going back to the inn, are we? Not after that fucking blunder.
Where do we go?
There has to be more than just that one inn to stay.
But did the other one, did the other bar at least get blown up? Was that somewhere different?
I don't know. I spent most of my time sleeping in a fucking workshop trying to keep this one alive. Fucker. Look at Damien.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyways, we can't really go back to the cotton with all this. Plus, I don't... Okay, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Who told you about this party?
Nobody told me about the party. The captain
Because
just...
the fucker I blew up in the sewers trying to rescue you before you decided to fucking blunder off. I thought we were about to fight again, which wasn't looking forward to, honestly. But he said he was here to help.
I mean, Heimdall is the one who controls them or whatever, and Heimdall's the one who told the captain that he thought...
And Heimdall sent them to help us with quote-unquote job. What fucking job did we take? I thought we thought of this on our own.
I think we did as
Are we
far
being
as I-
used by somebody?
Oh, probably.
Oh, almost certainly.
Right. Who though? The Cotton? Heimdall?
Probably
Some unknown
Heimdall.
fucking source? This fire starter? At this point, I kind of can't
Oh
trust
yeah, we still
that
don't
we
know who
talked
that
to.
is, do we?
That's what we're trying to figure out. I guess. I don't know. Cause like it's weird to me that the one guy, 7, was at the site. He was there at the explosion.
Yeah, no, I talked to one. I blew his torso off. He didn't seem too pissed off about it.
I don't think they get pissed off about much. I don't think they feel, really.
He's here to help us, which is kind of concerning since beforehand they were here to fight us or just take you. Anyways,
I mean, to be fair, she was impersonating them. It's an understandable misunderstanding.
right,
Yeah.
so they take her, do whatever. But the next time we see them, they're our ally. And I get it, they may not have their own consciousness like we do, but someone's telling them to retrieve that and to help us. And if it's Heimdall, why?
I don't know. I think we need to, I guess. We gotta find this spider. He has the other stuff.
Listen,
We're looking for
How
the
do we find a
spider.
spider?
We can find Luna some other fucking time. It's not hard to see a buck-toothed 6-foot rabbit-ear fucker. Okay?
And all of a sudden you hear a spider. Shut Liam. Trying to keep
I
up.
think that explosion rang in my ears because I'm hearing shit.
Liam.
Did you get a concussion, maybe? Is that what happened?
I was pretty close to
Where did
that
all the
first
documents
explosion.
go?
It's Luna.
Do I hear that? Because I mean, like, my passive ain't that high, man.
Yeah. He's like, if he's like on your shoulder, he's like managed to jump up to your body. He's in your ear.
I am not Charlotte. He starts fucking fanning like he did the first time around. Like, nope, nope.
Luna just goes in deeper. He gets right into your eardrum. He's like,
Your
Start
character
pulling-
do this.
Start pulling on tendons and shit and whatever.
you
Take
get
us both out.
ratatouille. You get ratatouille. The unused power of the druid wild shape.
Mhm.
Climbing into people's bodies and then just turning back into a person.
Oh god.
Oh, that's some like Ant-Man shit. Going up Thanos's, you know what? And then
Yeah.
I hope you got more hit points than me.
No. Okay, so I'll just wild shape out. Not in his ear, obviously.
Half my
Level's
head
head
gets blown.
explodes and
Yeah.
they're like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Whoa, guys!
Ta-da!
Luna, yeah, in a bloody mess. He's like, oh. Luna appears behind you guys.
Literally get startled. Like, fucking told you it's not hard to find. I mean, you're hard to find, but
You guys walk so freaking fast. I couldn't keep up. I had to make sure that the coast was clear before I changed.
take a breath. Take a breath. I don't know. Why didn't you just wait outside like this? Like,
Oh, I didn't think of that. I got scared. When I get scared, I change. So yeah.
right?
anyway.
Okay. Not a problem.
But where are you guys' like headquarters? Like, are we gonna like go through all of this stuff? And then he just got like this bag and he's like,
Yes, we're gonna go through all this stuff. Can I look at it?
oh yeah, sure, here.
Also, who are you?
Oh, I'm Luna. Hi.
Hi, Luna.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Aethra.
Oh, I don't know how to say that name. Can you say it slower?
Aethra.
Okay. Alyssra. Okay, I think I
Yeah.
got it. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I'm Luna. I am a coffee getter of the Lamplighters. So I managed to memorize like everybody's coffee order. So if you guys ever want coffee,
Ooh, I love coffee.
yeah, or tea. Some people like tea, or some people like the dew of the mountain. I don't know. Everybody's different. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, where's your like hideout? Like we can't just like look at this stuff here in this like out. You know, like you guys have like a safe.
He's like footballing a 20-pound diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah, we normally go place to place, so we don't really have a specific hideout. But it's nice to meet you, Luna. My name's
Whoa.
Damien.
Whoa, what is this? Like,
That's kind of fucking rude.
are you a man or a boy or a girl? What?
Well,
Wherever we go,
you'll
better have
find out
alcohol.
soon enough, won't you?
Are you ambidextrous?
Wait, how would he find out?
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I did not really.
That's a good question.
Hey,
Don't ask
I was
questions you
very
don't want answers.
confident.
Like,
I'm a
gosh.
teenager, sir. Okay, the age of
It's
consent.
This Baldur's Gate 3 in here.
Oh no, that's not. Oh, Gail wants
Fun.
to do a magic trick all over again.
I
Now.
can't turn into
Luna
a-
likes it. Luna likes that.
Luna approves. Oh no, I don't like that.
Yeah, Luna approves.
I literally just picked that up again today. I'm not gonna lie, that's so funny. But
All right, do either one of you looking at Luna and Alyssra know of another place we could like just sleep for the night that isn't where we have been? Or-
yeah, I don't want to go.
Why not where
home.
we have been? It's comfy.
Because the captain's there, and I don't want him to quite know what the fuck we know right now. We need to be a step ahead. I don't know who to trust.
I might have a spot, but if we decide to do this, we're gonna have to be very sneaky, though.
I am
Yeah.
excellent at stealth. I say in my like bright orange clothes.
Yeah, you look like you're sneaky.
I mean, we got the stuff from.
Well, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Did we read all the notes?
Not yet.
You
Well,
didn't
let's
read
read
all,
them.
there's no way you could have read all of them in the time period that we've been, but you did find the one pertaining to you. You do know that he has a document that had some weird stuff on it pertaining particularly to your shipment. But you did not get to go through the black book that Luna has, the envelope with the seal with the oil lamp, or the stack of papers that Luna has. So there's still like more than half, kind of the stuff that you would need to go through.
I want to read the letter with the oil lamp seal.
You take the letter with the oil lamp seal, you cut it open. It is addressed to Firestarter. And it says that both of the missions on 31 were completed. There are 2 new holes, and the shipment is no longer doesn't obviously I'm paraphrasing here, but the shipment doesn't exist anymore. And it's signed Wind Dancer, and that's it.
Hey, Coffee Boy, you know who Wind Dancer is?
Can I make a history check?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it with advantage.
Does
Okay.
the handwriting look the same as the guy that we just stole from?
Did you see his writing?
Well, we have the ledgers, don't we? Isn't that
Yeah.
in his writing?
There'll be like signatures and stuff on there. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, that
Oh,
was,
19 history.
Go ahead, Darren.
I got a 10.
Let's start with Luna. Luna, you know a lot of people in the area. You get coffee for lots of folks. You've never heard of a Wind Dancer within the Lamplighters. A Darren, they look different. The letter itself has like really nice, elegant, smooth, flowy handwriting. Valencio kind of writes like a doctor. It does not look like his handwriting.
So maybe the letter was addressed to him.
Or maybe he found it.
That's true, I do just randomly walk around and take up letters off of the street, so...
I feel like there's a lot to unpack there. I'm gonna shelve that for later.
That's a criminal offense.
I think it's only a criminal offense if they're in a mailbox.
Yeah, that's fair. And that may
If
actually
they're
be
just
true.
blowing around in the wind, that definitely has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that may actually be real. I'm not sure. I gotta look that one up.
Is the envelope addressed to anybody? I'm just thinking that because also if there's nobody it's addressed to.
The envelope itself is just bare, just sealed with the oil lamp seal. And Luna, you don't know the thing. I think I already told you that though.
Yeah, I don't know Dancer of the Wind. I don't know that person.
Killer stage name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. I want that name. But I'm Luna, so
I mean, we could call you Wind Dancer if you want.
that'd be so cool. Luna the Wind Dancer. But I can't dance though.
Oh. We'll learn.
I have two left feet and a bushy tail. That's what I can bring to the dance floor.
Can you turn into something that doesn't have 2 left feet?
You could have 8 left feet.
Typically, that's my favorite.
Then you
Think
could go
so.
in a circle.
Yeah. I'll take lessons. Yeah. I'll do that while I'm not getting coffee. Or tea. Or dew of the mountain. Okay, so where are we going, guys? Come on. I got this big hunkin' gem in my hand.
Hey, you might want to put that away. Just
Oh yeah, okay. I'll put it away.
kind
Wherever
of a
we
dead giveaway that doesn't belong to you or us.
Yeah. I don't normally steal things. I'll put it away. Maybe I could buy
What
like
the hell
a.
you mean you don't normally steal things? Why the hell were you trying to break in then?
Oh, because I'm trying to like do something. I saw the ship blow up, and I'm like, holy moon! And then um, and then
Three
like
holies in the moon.
yeah, and then people were talking about it and everything, and I was like, oh, maybe I won't be a coffee getter anymore if I could find out what happened. So I just kind of been following people
Tonight was you
around.
taking initiative. Okay.
Fair
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah,
Go big, go home for you, huh?
yeah. That's what they say, right?
Out of curiosity, if we weren't there, what would you have done? Would you still trade?
No, probably not. No, I would
Yeah.
have been too scared to. But I saw that you guys were there, and I was like, oh, if they're here, then I gotta step up to the plate, I guess. Or
Oh, don't imitate us.
I was like, wow, the guy turned invisible, and then he's like ambidextrous, and then Leopold put on all this armor.
do you know what ambidextrous means?
No,
What do you think it means?
like you could do two things at the same time.
Close enough.
Not necessarily wrong.
Ambiguous, is that the word?
Yes.
Ambitious. No.
No, that's what you were tonight. Which
Oh.
applaud.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Is there, where we're walking currently, any like street map with a little sign that says "You are here" and like "Inn is over here"?
Yeah. Yeah, there is one.
Cool.
Really conveniently. Has a little roof over top of it and a pamphlet.
Ooh. Better be cheap though.
Just literally looking for a different inn than the one that they stayed at.
To get the
Like-
pamphlet, it's a gold. You're in the financial district here. There's a little coin slot you have to put in a gold if you want to get a pamphlet. But if you want to just look at the map, that's free.
I say we do the free thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
Look at
we
the
should.
map. Go ahead.
Maybe we should go down to a different floor.
Smart.
How do we do that?
Can we go back down the way we came?
That's a long trick away.
I mean, we could
Okay.
jump off the side.
You know, when those two creepy fucks walked through in on me, I looked, and at that moment, that was a great idea. Now that I'm on the ground, away from danger, I don't feel like jumping off the side anymore.
I have feather fall. It's fine.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Magic. There is an inn nearby called Ashante. It's only like 2 blocks away.
We'll start walking there. Fuck it.
All right.
It's
So
probably
I'm
gonna
going.
be really expensive up here. But okay.
When we go inside, can I ask the innkeeper how far away the address that the old man gave me was?
Sure. Yeah. You would already know, just based on the floor that the address that he gave you is on, which is the 36th floor. That, I mean, it is a little. It's. You're on the first floor. You're on the 101. So it ain't a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
You would
That
already
would
know
be
that.
the
You could
place I
still
think
ask, but your character
very
would be aware of that fact. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, I was about to say like that was the place originally. I was gonna say might have been a safe spot, but yeah, that's way too far away. Like how long do you think it would take to even get there?
It would take probably like a couple hours
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
because you have to get to the middle of this floor and then go down.
What time is it? Like 10 o'clock at night, if not later?
Yeah, it's probably like 10 or 11 o'clock.
No, it was midnight, wasn't it? Because that's what.
Oh yeah, you started this whole thing like in the middle of the night. So it's like they were like ending the party, so it's probably like 1:15 or something.
Fuck.
You're right. So you roll into Ashante really, really late. Ashante is this big black wood. It's kind of like this like Gothic feeling building in the middle of the financial district, which is all this like white marble. It's pretty wide. It takes up a wide area of this street that it's on. You could hear some sound coming from the back. It sounds like they may have some sort of like open air section in the back of the building. And the front has like a really big patio that goes up all these steps to the front of the building. And the front door is this big kind of like swinging door that has this, everything is like kind of this like muted, flat. The doors are kind of like a blue-black color. And then they're framed out with like some sort of like, it looks like it's like gold fleck around the doors themselves. There is like a big sign above the door that has, it looks like it's probably got some type of etheric quality because it does have like some type of luminescence that says Ashante. And outside of the door, there's a Goliath man in like a dress suit, like a tux with a vest, who's got his like hands in front of him. And then all around the patio, there are people that are drinking and hanging out and stuff. What you just kind of like waltz in, the Goliath puts his arm out, and you kind of like bump it perhaps, or maybe stop right before, and he says, "Cover."
Yeah, we're all covered.
5 gold.
Just to get through the door.
I'm
For each
just
one
gonna
of
give
you.
him. I'm just gonna give him 5 gold for everybody.
Wait, Darren, are you still Nettie?
That's a
No, probably not.
Okay, then no.
fucking Nettie gets everything for free.
Probably. She probably
I think
would
she
be able to
runs
get it.
Grand Rise. It's Nettie. The big bad's Nettie.
No, it can't be Nettie. Actually, you know what? If it was, I would join her.
Nettie
Oh.
pretty cool.
She is.
She's a big bad now. She wasn't before, but now you've said it. Now she is the
Dude, we
big
gotta
bad.
do a villain playthrough.
That they go terribly.
5 gold.
Do you?
He said stops. 5 gold
Yeah.
each.
25
Yeah.
gold just to get through the door. Okay.
Guys, this place is too expensive for us. I say we jump off the side.
No. Here's 5 gold for each of us. That's what, 25?
Yeah.
We should have had Luna become a spider.
You'll see Luna like this in the back, trying to
puts it in-
change.
He puts it into a bag, and then he takes it back and he opens up the flap door. When he does, the sounds of the inside come out. Where is my ba-da, ba-ba, ba?
I say you might be careful with posting these now. That's going to get you copyright banned.
What's going to get me copyright banned?
The McDonald's theme little jingle.
Oh yeah, I'm going to get a fucking cease and desist from McDonald's.
Yeah.
If you say ba-da-ba-ba-ba way too much, pal. It's like one in every single episode. This is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm not going to say anything else. The door opens up. There's like this calming music going on. You can hear the sound of just like a whole bunch of people inside. And you see immediately this like wide open floor. There's like several different bars inside. It's just kind of like, it's pretty packed. And it's like at the end of the night, so everybody's like really sloppy and sweaty. What do you guys do?
Is everybody like
Actually,
dressed
I want.
nicely?
I do want. Yeah, everybody's dressed sort of. Yeah, everybody's kind of dressed nicely. Yeah, to some degree at least. Anyway, it may not look quite as good now that it's like 1:30 in the morning. Leovold, or actually anybody, as a matter of fact. But for some reason, I feel like this is more Leovold. But give me perception checks.
Nat 20, 23.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, 18.
20.
15.
There's like a desk in the front, and there's not a desk. There's like a podium sort of thing, and there is a Tabaxi female that is like leaned against it. She's like kind of tired. She looks you up and down. You can see behind her there is like a sign that has like some daily specials and stuff on it, and above it it says that there's a 1 gold cover. And she just like she doesn't seem to. She just kind of like it looks like she's just kind of she's done. She's like she's mentally clocked out, and she like ignores you walking in, and you're able to just kind of like walk right by her.
Friends, we got scammed.
Well, to be fair, with our night, probably best that we get scammed. Otherwise, it's going to end in violence and us not getting
Right.
sleep.
Why don't we just get a room somewhere? Get a room or something.
Like Leovold's looking for the main like desk to talk to someone 4 rooms.
You think it's probably this Tabaxi woman? She looks like she's probably the person who would like get you a seat if you wanted to have like a booth or something, or a room. It looks like it's probably her.
Kind of just knocks on the little podium.
She's like leaned like this after you walked in. She kind of acknowledged you, and then she kind of leans back, and she's like sort of nodding, and then you knock. How can I help you?
First off, relax. It's late. And you're pretty tired. We're just looking for rooms and how much they are for one night. That's it. Like actually, more like 8 hours.
How many rooms do you want? And she pulls out like a clipboard.
Just one is fine.
Okay. She flips through. All of the first floor rooms are taken. Second floor. There's one room available on the second floor. It's 20 gold. And there's one room on the third floor that's 45 gold. But it'll be more comfortable for a party your size.
Leovold just drops 45 gold.
You can do that. I'm taking the 20 room.
You can spend your own money. That's fine.
Nah, if you're paying, then I guess we'll get the 45 gold room.
She goes, okay, 1 second. That's the room is 209, and she reaches behind her. There's like a bunch of keys on the wall. There's only a couple keys that are still on there. She takes the 209 ones off and hands them across. She says, the 209 room, or I'm sorry, that's actually 309 because you got the third floor room. She takes the 309 key, hands it to you. The third floor has drinks in the room. They're a part of your stay, so enjoy.
You have a wonderful night. You just made mine. He just walks determinedly to this fucking room.
He starts marching all of a sudden.
Yes.
He like sprints up the stairs.
Oh shit, he's gonna drink it all before we get there, and she starts running after him.
You guys get upstairs. Leovold, the door's already like open. He's already gone inside. As you guys follow him behind, it's a really big room. There are 2 like gigantic beds that are on other sides of the room from each other. This room is like cooled. You can see it does have like copper pipes in the ceilings, and it even has an ice box, which is effectively just a fridge, but it's constantly casting some sort of cold magic on itself. And there are a whole bunch of drinks in there. It's like bottom shelf stuff, but it's inclusive. It's included, so it's it is what it is.
How many?
How many?
How many drinks are bottom shelved here?
There's
I was-
three
are
bottles
they
of
like-
wine.
Are
There's
they
three
like-
bottles of wine, and there's a bottle of what? It's not. It's like a house brand. It's also all of it just says Ashante on it. But it looks like the three bottles of wine. There's like a red, a sangria maybe, and then a white, and then above that it looks like there's like some, maybe it might be a whiskey, maybe it's a rum,
Takes it. He doesn't
and
care
there
about
is
the wine.
and there's a couple jugs that is something you don't know what's in the jug, but it's like a brown jug. You go for the wine.
No, he goes for the whiskey.
Oh, you hit it hard.
Yeah.
You start
The
going for
night
it.
I've had, I have not had a good night literally for the last 36 hours. Going on 48.
I
So
mean,
you
to be fair,
immediate-
that's only 2 nights.
Friend got kidnapped. Friend died.
Didn't die.
Heist. Been
Yeah, he's
rough for
fine.
Leopold.
Well, while they're going through the drinks, I'm gonna go up to the door and cast alarm.
Smart.
I feel like this place gets broken too easily now with that statement.
I don't think it's broken into exactly. I think it's more along the lines of what we did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some
You cast alarm on the door. As you guys settle in, Leopold immediately starts getting drunk.
No, he's just taking the edge off for now. He's still, because you guys only looked at the envelope. Did we look at the black notebook at all?
mm-mm.
Yeah, so he would take a look at that.
Guys, does anybody have a cork board? We gotta get a cork board to put up all this stuff.
Does anyone have red string?
Both of you.
Exactly.
I think I have markers.
No, we need the string.
It needs to be string.
Oh,
So, Leopold, do you open up the black, or do you open up the black book, Leopold? You've got the bottle of whiskey in
He's
one
gonna
hand.
ask for it, yeah. Well, he's gonna have a bottle, grab a glass, pour it, and like deep dive the book.
Start drinking. Open up the book. You open the first page, and on the back of the cover of the black book, and scrawled into the leather of the book, is very clearly a spell. The book appears to have an enchantment on it. And then you start. Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Yeah,
Probably.
I would really appreciate that. 24.
That's convenient. So this book
I got
is
+6.
this book. Anybody who is written into this book can be you can do sending to while tuned to the book.
Okay. So the books are the black notebook's a magic item. I was like, we only got one.
The book of sending. And the way it works is you have to, in the book, so when you start flipping through the pages, there are the names of people in there, and then below it, there are like these little, like in the page itself, there's like this little holder that's like on the paper, like this little pocket, and there's like some sort of item that must be associated with the person. And with that combination of things, the name and the item, you can then cast sending to that person with the book.
Is he a warlock? That's a warlock.
I know.
Eldritch.
Book of Secrets.
Yeah.
Okay. How many names, and do I recognize any of the names?
There's a bunch of names in there that you would be. There's a ton of people in this thing. People that you haven't heard of, people that you have heard of. The captain is in there. Hemdall is in there, but Hemdall's name is scratched out. And the item that
Interesting.
it's a little bit. His is like in the kind of the beginning. It's in the first several pages, and the pocket that has an item in there is like ripped. And his name is scrawled out. You can very clearly tell that it says Hemdall, but it's been scrawled over.
Is he the
Nettie,
only one like that?
no, Nettie's has been actually ripped. So like you can tell it was going to say Nettie.
Yeah.
Had dramatic, aren't we?
Apparently.
Professor Humboldt is in there. And there's a lot of other professors. There's like Professor Person from the, just from the Aethra Academy. And then a bunch of other people that probably don't really mean anything to you inside of the book.
Interesting.
One thing that is, if you said the book and you go through it, there is no Wind Dancer in there. There's nobody that, now maybe Wind Dancer is an alias, and maybe their name wouldn't appear in the book or something like that. But also there isn't anybody in there, like Evisara, she's a high-ranking member of the Lamplighters, she isn't in there. And you don't see anybody else that appears. All the people in there appear to be like officials of the Archipelago Council. There is the the current head of Aether Academy is in there. There's like, it's all powerful people that are in there.
Did they have to sign their names themselves?
Every single one is different.
Okay.
So every single name is written in a different style. So that it would appear so to you.
So, Heimdall and Nettie are the only two names that are ripped out. Everyone else is fine, more or less. Is there any other writing besides names and objects in this?
It's not like a journal. He doesn't have a journal, but some of the names, some of the pages have notes that look like there may be notes of conversations that have been had. Nettie's is ripped. You can see some stuff that's on there. There's a couple, it looks like maybe dates that they went on or something. Hemdall's is pretty empty, except there's just one line underneath his name that's also been pretty heavily crossed out. You need to give me an investigation check.
Okay. I can attempt that.
Could I look too?
I'm assuming we're all looking at
I
it.
want to
Yeah, the whole party is
to the.
I'm like, are y'all just over my shoulder right
Yep.
now? Okay.
I'm 100% over your shoulder.
I have the other letter, and I'm trying to compare all of the handwriting to everyone.
Alyssa's like
got-
sitting on your. Alyssa's like sitting
Lystra
on
has
your
no
shoulder.
personal space. Got it.
Oh, Alyssa has no personal space. None at all. But she got a 23, so.
Nice.
I also got 23.
That's better.
You
than
guys
mine.
matched last
I
time
got
too.
15.
We're using the same dice. That's the secret.
Under Hemdall's name, you can't quite make it out, Leopold, but both Darren and Alyssa can make it out. It was a 22, so that's pretty cool. It says backstabbing son of a bitch.
Interesting.
Is that Heimdall saying that to him, or him saying that to Heimdall?
The handwriting at the top is like this really elegant, really nice handwriting, like calligraphy. And then the handwriting that says backstabbing son of a bitch is this like messy slop that, like, without being scrawled over, you can barely read.
Right.
I mean, it's got to be Valencio that wrote it. It's his book.
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out who was the backstabbing son of a bitch and who was the person who got backstabbed.
Two people hovering over me. Leopold just gets up with the bottle and glass and goes, "All yours," and just walks away from the book and them.
Are you going to get a corkboard?
I can make some string. But I need
Is there
a long rest
balcony
afterward.
here in this nice fucking.
Do you jump off of it?
I'm thinking about it.
There is a balcony, and it's actually the balcony overlooks the like that kind of the outside courtyard that I was talking about. So when you go out there, there's like people that are on another balcony adjacent to you, actually on both sides. The people that are in the door down, people that are the door that way, and there's other people on balconies too, like all over the place. And you come outside, and it's once again pretty loud. People are drinking. Guy looks over at you and like raises a glass, and he's, "Hey man, how you doing? Come over to our room."
He just sits down. If there's a chair out there, he sits in it. If not, he grabs one and pulls it out. Sits there and just.
This guy gets up and he walks over the edge of the balcony and he leans on. And he says, "Hey, hey man, that's a sweet cape, man. You should come over here, party it."
Or
Hey, hey, hey. Fuck you, dick. Hey.
Evil stands up and throws his glass at the guy
Oh gosh.
and just stares at him with the bottle in one hand, hands over the rail, staring at him like, just one more word. Just one word, please.
You're uninvited, dude.
Oh, come on, Leovold. We could have been invited.
And then the guy turns around and
Are
goes
you
back to his group of people
stalking
at the balcony. And then Alyssa's still on your shoulders. Like, what the fuck?
No, you're just yelling really loudly.
I haven't said a word. He is.
Oh, I heard him yelling really loudly then.
Alyssa casts a Featherfall. You can't even feel her up there. You're just like, ah!
What the fuck is going on?
The guy turns around. He goes back to his group. You see, like, he talks. They're, like, definitely talking about you and looking back. Across the way on the other balcony, there's two. It looks like maybe a couple. They're sitting there, and then there's a bunch of people down below that are like just moving about. They're starting to eke out, and once that guy stops yelling at you, it kind of quiets down. You're able to kind of drone it out.
He just stays out there until like it all just everyone goes inside and whatever's happening in the courtyard kind of dies off. He just stays out there and kind of gets a little bit of a relaxation going on just because nothing is happening right now.
Give me a perception check.
$20.
You hear a little jingle jangle.
Ba-da-ba-ba-bum.
After about 10 minutes or so sitting out here in the quiet. And you kind of go a little cold as you just hear this little ting ting. And it's coming from your right side where the couple was. And you turn, and where the couple were sitting, there's just two people now sitting and looking at you with a happy and sad mask on their face.
Okay. Awesome. Fuck. Shit.
Here I was upset that I missed
how
the
far-
clouds.
How far down is the courtyard?
I'm gonna jump again. Fuck that. Oh no.
Bet you wish
Sanders,
Alyssa was over your shoulder now, huh?
it's probably about 12 feet for each floor, so you're probably about 36. You're probably about 30-ish feet off the ground.
30 feet-ish off the ground? Okay. Oh, that's terrifying. I just thought of that in my head. Looking over to my left and seeing those two masks. Seeing that, he immediately chucks the bottle and he will star step.
Fuck
Yes.
you.
Fuck it. And he star steps down.
Star step.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What is
He
that?
so what happens is when he hears the little bells and looks over like it's just like and sees those two, he immediately just goes, fuck no, not tonight, go fuck yourself, I'm done. That's all in his head. He throws the bottle and then from his body he kind of like starts to glow brightly and then
Okay.
quickly like quickly diminishes into just little stardust, and it appears
It
at
reappears
the
down.
courtyard.
Give me an improvised weapon attack.
Okay. I'm assuming there's no proficiency, so I'm just gonna say I rolled a 19.
Nice.
I don't know what you want me to add.
That hits. Which one do you hit? Happy or sad?
Fucking you know, the smiling one's always creepy, so
Yeah, hit happy. Fuck that guy. It's a 1d4 plus dex. It could be either. I would say strength or dex, whichever one's better.
my dex. That is 7 points
That's pretty good.
of alcohol damage.
You throw the bottle and it hits him like right in the face, and the bottle shatters, and the mask there's like liquor pouring down it. He doesn't flinch. He's just, and they don't move.
Yeah.
They're just staring at you. Both like the sad is taller than happy, so
Mhm.
happy is like in the chair really low, like right down here, looking, and then sad is like over his shoulder, above him, looking. So the two masks are like kind of with each other. As you then get really bright, diminish, disappear, puff into stardust, and then like reappear down the bottom. You kind of like awkwardly Jack Sparrow step out of it, and if you were to turn around and look over, both of them are standing on the balcony, just looking over the balcony down at you.
Okay. Which way is the exit?
To your right, through the courtyard.
I'm not losing sight of them. I'm going to look at them the entire time and go to the right. Do their heads move as I go, or do they just like stare in the vicinity?
As you're walking
Yeah.
away, their heads, the obviously the face is stagnant, but the head tracks you as you continue towards the door.
Okay.
As you get to the door, as you get close to the door, happy and sad pull out knives. They're like red, these bright red, kind of dark knives, and they both slit their throats. And the two bodies just collapse onto the balcony.
So they didn't fall over the rail. They're on the balcony up there. Okay. At this point, Leovold is going to like semi-drunkenly stumble out of a very nice hotel that he paid for. And does anything else look off from when he entered? Like the sign, the anything?
Give me a perception check.
That's 16. I got a 16.
Nothing about the establishment looks weird, but as you're running through the building, you're kind of drunk. You're obviously a little freaked out. You bump into a waiter, and he kind of shakes, and he turns, and when he turns, just smiling at you, really funky, and then he kind of turns and then just walks into the crowd with the plate.
So he was just smiling. He wasn't wearing a mask.
No, he was just like really big, smiling, almost
Is
like
anyone-
a distorted.
If I look at any other face, are they doing the similar thing or different or?
Not everybody, but as you pan the crowd, one person in the crowd does, like, there's a kind of a split in the crowd for a second, and there is this like a half-orc woman who is just like deeply frowning at you and staring at you as you pan the crowd.
This is gonna be terrible. But anyone that's not making that face, Leovold kind of like desperately grabs onto and just goes, "What the fuck is wrong? What is going on?"
You grab just this
Anyone.
guy next to you.
Yeah.
You grab this guy. You turn him just like a regular dude. This is just like a human man, and he turns to you. He's wasted, and he's like, "What do you mean, man? What's wrong? You gonna throw up or something?"
He's like panically looking, seeing more of the smiling and frowning faces, and he kind of just points to those individuals with like the frowns, the smiles. Why are they looking at me?
You look back up at the guy after you ask that question, and he's smiling down at you. He says, "Because everybody's just happy, man."
He immediately like pushes off of him and goes through the front entrance into the street.
You go out into the street. It's empty out here. There's the Goliath bar. The bouncer is standing there. You run out. He he has to hold the door for people, the doorman, and you stumble out in the street. He's fucking confused by your panic. He's
His
regular.
face. Okay.
Regular.
For now.
Oh, I'm already freaked out. Okay. So, fuck. He just stands there for a second in front of the place, looking down both directions. Does he see any figures just standing at the end of the road or looking at him that mimics the smiley, frowny clown fuckers that were on the balcony?
Give me a perception check. You don't see anything. You see the dark streets. They go this way, to the right and left. There are residential homes in front of you. There's a market to the left that's closed. It has a fruit stand out front, a closed sign hanging off, and that turns at that market. And there's another a tighter street that goes down. And that's really all you can see. There's people standing on the patios and such.
He'd go to the empty market.
You walk across the street to the left, go over to the side of the street.
Is there a booth there that isn't enclosed, that's just kind of open, that he could kind of more or less cowered under?
There is a box. There's this where it looks like there's a teller. It's sort of it's got a farmer's, a quaint little farmer's market kind of vibe here in this fancy area. And there is this just effectively a wooden rectangle with a hole in it.
Crap at all. All right, never mind then. He'll just keep wandering through the market till he goes to where he feels is a nice secluded area where he could just kind of have
a lot of the fruit stands and stuff have an open bottom, and they have a backing on them, and it's kind of like a little cave, a little den.
He'll stumble down into one of those and just pull out his pistol that he made and kind of just stay there and hold it and listen intently for any of the fucking bells, hopingly he doesn't hear them.
Give me a perception check.
All right, that's 23.
That's unfortunate.
Fuck. Cool. I'm gonna get another point of exhaustion.
Ding, ding, ding.
Does it sound close or far away, or is it getting closer?
Ding, ding. It starts getting closer.
He scrambles in a panic and starts running.
You start running. You turn and you see a happy and sad mask on what looks like regular people. They're not in jester costumes. And now that you think about it, before the jester the happy and sad masks, when you turned, the people that were wearing them, though the one appeared to have a smaller stature, which this person does too, they weren't wearing, they were wearing what the other people, when you looked at the couple, they were wearing the same clothes. You turn, and these people now that are standing before you, they do have a female and male, small male silhouette, but they're wearing regular peasant, just regular people clothes. It looks like they're maybe waiters or something.
Well, before he recognizes that, he immediately pulls the gun and points it at him. But noticing the clothes, he is confused completely and puts the gun away and just starts literally
As you-
running off into the night till
As you pull out the gun, Thad does like a jump and like puts her knees together and does this, and then Happy puts out an arm and bows really deep, and then you go like, "Oh fuck!" and you put away the gun and you just
fucking
start
bolt.
running.
I just bolt. Yeah.
You start running down the alley. When you look back, Happy and Sad pull out another red dagger, and this time Sad like eviscerates the stomach, and they just like gut this person, and Happy puts out his tongue and cuts it off. And then as you're looking back, you see the Happy and Sad mask come off, and they shake, and there is a jingle, and they disappear. And the person is left there. There's a person in the street that has like fallen on the ground, bleeding out of their mouth, trying to scream, but kind of can't. Another woman, the other person, the female figure, is now, for starters, it almost looks like shadows kind of recoiled off the person when the mask came off, and it's just a regular person now, no longer demure. Now on the ground, bleeding profusely out of their mouth, trying to scream, but not really making quite as much noise as they ought to. And the other person is screaming bloody murder, trying to like put their guts back into their body. This lasts all of like 10 seconds or so before they go quiet. And you see the bouncer actually run out onto the street, look up, see you probably running away down at Happy and Sad.
Yeah. So Evil just literally runs into the night, just no direction, no nothing, just getting away from the sounds.
You run away. You don't hear the jingle jangle for a while, and you finally come to some like tight little. You have to run down the street. You see this like tight alleyway. You turn down into it. You rest for a minute, catch your breath. You don't hear any sounds. What do you do?
Stay there till I like hear a sound that is one of these fuckers. If I don't hear it, that's where he's gonna like rest. But if he hears it, he's just gonna continue to run through the night.
You don't hear it, and you sit down in this alleyway.
He will sit there, catch his breath and his momentum, and take the cloak that he got and kind of fold it up to the point where it's kind of like a pillow, and just lay it on his shoulder and put his head on it and kind of lean up against whatever wall he can. But the entire night he also has his pistol like in his hand, tucked in between his arm and chest.
You fall asleep. Lysra, Darren, Damien, Luna, you guys are in your room looking at the black book, looking at the other notes, maybe having a glass of wine.
Of course.
Give me perception checks.
Oh no.
I would like to have looked at the captain's conversations. My perception wasn't great. That's 11 for me.
I got an 8.
8,
You
11,
got a 17.
Well,
17, 12. You guys are not very perceptive, except for Damien here.
I was hoping you all
Not this time. Damien, you hear a shatter, and then you get kind of, it sounds like it's from behind you. You look out to the balcony as you see the balcony is now empty, and you know Leovold was there. You know that's where he was. And then you maybe there's a little bit of suspicion. You start to react to the situation, and then you start hearing. You hear somebody yelling outside. It sounds like kind of panicked a little bit. It's a little bit weird, and Leovold's missing.
Do you guys hear that? I also don't see Leovold outside.
Hear what?
What?
I think I hear something from out by the balcony where Leovold was at.
Well, we gotta go check it out.
Was at? He's not there?
I don't see him. Yeah, I
That
don't
guy
really see him.
always just running off. My God.
That's
He
not
needs some
normal.
sleep, man. He needs a
It
break.
is for
at this
me,
point.
man.
Luna takes out big cotton balls out of his ears. Hear
What?
what?
He was
This is-
focusing. I respect that.
Yeah. This is my beauty routine. I gotta keep my ears clean. Sorry. Leovold's gone.
I don't know.
Evidently.
Should
By
we
this
go
time, I've looked
look?
out there and
Should we look to
haven't
see?
seen him. Presumably by this time, I've noticed that he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we see any trace of anything?
Do you go out to the balcony?
Yes.
Yeah.
You go out to the, as you open the doors to the balcony, you go outside. Leovold is immediately gone. Look to your right, there's like an empty balcony over there. Look to your left, and there's a dude like yelling, like, they just killed themselves, dude. I know. I swear to God, there was 2 people. They're dead, dude. I just saw them kill themselves, dude.
What about the guy who was here?
Well, hang on. Do I see any dead bodies?
You can't quite see over the balcony. You can see that there's like you can see the tops of 2 empty chairs, but from the angle you don't see anything on the balcony. Not without like maybe climbing on top of yours or something.
I'll climb on top of the balcony.
As this guy's screaming, and there says, "Was there a guy here?" And the dude turns and says, "Yeah, there was a dude. He was a dick. There's people just slit their own throats, dude." And then, Alyssa, you stand up on the thing, and you see a man and a woman kind of crumpled together. The man is like over the woman, and they're both still pool of blood beneath them.
Holy shit. I'll go down to investigate.
Give me an acrobatics check. You have to kind of, if you wanted to get to the other balcony, you'd have to kind of do a little jump across. It's doable. It's not like you're not going to fucking die or anything. But
Am I
do
gonna
wanna see
take
a little.
damage if I fall?
Nah, it might just be awkward.
Alright, you said acrobatics?
Yeah.
14.
You jump across. You don't like perfectly make the landing. You kind of hit it and then kind of
Next
fall
time.
forward a little bit, and you kind of have to like rebalance on your one foot, and you're not really able to catch your balance. But instead of falling backwards, you just kind of like fall forwards, and you kind of like awkwardly kind of may take a couple steps to regain your balance. But you do manage to get over on the other balcony without harming yourself.
Can Luna jump too?
You're a herring gun, so you're like, boing.
Yes. I want to boing across the thingy.
Alythra's jealous.
You come out, and you're able to jump like 15 feet into the air, up, and directly across and land like right in the center of the other balcony.
I guess I
Alyssa, you said you want to investigate the bodies. Give
Yeah.
me an investigation check. Or medicine, perhaps. Or it could be maybe one of you does each.
I'll do investigation. 19.
They're both 100%. They're dead. No pulse. They've bled out very quickly. Deep gash in the throat. Very clean, super sharp blade, obviously, must have done this. They don't have any weapons on them.
Shit.
I think they're
Wait.
dead.
They don't have weapons on them?
No.
What, did somebody loot them? You said they killed themselves, but there's no weapons.
The guy puts his hands up and he says, "Fuck this," and he goes inside.
This guy's suspicious. We gotta check him out.
None
Oh
of
yeah,
you
where'd Leo go?
None of you see Leo. He is not. You take a second. You look down at the below. You don't see anything. On the 19 list, where you do see shattered glass on the balcony, and you do see that the man's body, although he is face down, so you'd have to commit to like flipping him over, which your character might not do. If you were to flip him over, he's like covered in alcohol, and it probably smells like whiskey up here, which might be a tip. And the glass that is here isn't like bloody or anything. Like they didn't slit their throats with the whiskey bottle glass. It looks like this, and it on a 19, you would actually be able to be you'd be smart enough to notice that like the top of the whiskey bottle is remaining and the bottom of the whiskey bottle is remaining, and it's the same whiskey bottle that Leopold had.
Well, he dropped his drink. Must have been pretty damn important then.
Wait, you said Leopold dropped his drink?
It looks like it.
Oh,
on
God,
the other person's balcony.
Guys, we gotta find him quick. He might be dead. I'm worried about him.
Wait, is that normal for him to drop his drink? It's like,
No.
is that like a celebratory thing when he does like, he drops it and then or spikes it, whatever.
Actually, I've only known him for a few days.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem normal. Usually people finish it, and yeah. Hopefully he didn't kill these people. That'd be bad.
The drunk guy said they killed themselves, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. But they're drunk too. They're unreliable narrators or
I
whatever.
guess.
I will say this really isn't his MO. He kind of shoots people a lot, so I feel like they would have bullet
That's
wounds.
true. He does prefer guns.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know that to be sure. I've only ever seen him like rummage through stuff and then like get really upset when he saw robots. So like maybe he's like an anti-robot person, or maybe he's for robots.
No, he's anti-magic.
And okay, gotcha.
No, that's me. I mean, out of character. That's me. That's me.
Okay. I've only known
that's
you
the-
guys for like a couple days. I get confused.
That's the ambitious guy that doesn't like magic. Okay, I got it. Cool.
Yeah. In his
All right.
defense, I mean, we were both messed up pretty bad by them robots a few days ago, or like a day or two ago. So it's kind of a little fresh, the wounds right now. So that's why we're not really liking them too much right now.
Do I hear the jingle at all? Does Luna hear it?
I hope
Nope.
not.
No.
No, we make you roll for it.
Well, what the fuck do we do now?
Let's follow where the booze goes, or where the blood
Is there just like a
goes.
trail of booze after Leopold?
Might be a trail of pee. Give me a survival check.
22.
I rolled a 10. I'm not very good at Haragon.
Yeah, this guy can't survive for shit.
I can't smell. I got fucking cotton swabs in my ears.
On a 22, you can see that as you look over the balcony into the courtyard, down below you, hugging the wall of the building, there are these like garden boxes, and then below the garden boxes, there are like river rocks, like little river stones that make this little pathway, and in the center of the structure is this like slightly raised deck. And on the little pathway between the garden and the wooden deck, that's like the center of this outdoor space, in the river rock, you can see where there are two indents that look like somebody must have stepped. There's no other footprints. There's just this one spot right below your balcony where there are these like nice boot indents that go down a solid, like there's a half inch of displacement of stone.
As though someone jumped off. I mean, there might be footprints down there, but they don't really help us follow them. We don't even know if they're Leo's. Maybe they're the murderers.
Tom, you're muted. Or maybe you're intentionally muted. I can't tell if you're singing a song or talking to me.
No, I'm not. I'll cast Fairy Fire where I see the footprints. See if I could like shed some light on there.
Fairy fire, like, because it's an inanimate object, so I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I'll allow it. As there's like burst of pink light, you could definitely see there's this deep indents of these footprints. Does fairy fire reveal like tracks or anything? Isn't it just
No.
creatures get illuminated?
Yeah, it just eliminates any creatures.
There's a bunch of people down
or
there.
objects. But
There's
I guess
people
do
down
you
there
count
that probably be
footprints as
getting illuminated.
objects?
Why not? I bet the footprints are
Turned it into
definitely.
a rave.
No, these people just like immediately start glowing. Yeah, and they're like they start looking around. The fuck? Why did you hit me with fairy fire, you asshole?
And I'm just, you see Luna in the.
A couple people do start doing that probably if you're doing that. You illuminate the area. You don't see. There's no because the footprints go from right below your balcony onto. It looks like they're facing the wooden decking, which is only about 5 feet away from the spacing of the river rock path. So if it is Leovold's footprints, he would step from these river rocks right onto the deck. At which point there are no footprints.
I mean, I guess we could ask the people down there if they saw him.
As you guys are debating this on the balcony, you get boom, boom, boom on your door.
I answer it.
Ballsy.
No. Is
That's
there?
the first.
Is there?
That's a
Don't want to
first.
be rude. I mean, if you'd like to stop me,
I think Darren wants to stop and probably reacts a little bit too late. It's just like, wait.
Boom, boom, boom. Alyssa's like, hello? It's the Goliath, and he has 2 BDD guys with him. And he says, the Goliath starts talking. He's like, immediately, as he just like, before he even really manages to get sound, the BDD guy puts his hand on his chest, pushes him aside, and he says, this is a like lower level BDD guy. He's just in like a clothing uniform. He's not like in big heavy armor. He doesn't have like a plasma gun. He's just like a regular dude, short sword, little shield on his back. There's this man. There's 2 dead people outside, and this man says that your friend was seen running away from the scene. Very easy to identify, says this man, wearing a big red cloak. Do you have a member of your party that meets that description? This man attests to it, and the woman downstairs said that she
I'm
talked
not
to him.
sure. I might be able to think of it if you told us which way he went, though.
Give me a persuasion check.
With guidance.
Do I have guidance?
Yes.
It's a reaction. It's fine. Yeah.
What is that, D4?
Yes.
Yes.
21.
Nice. The Goliath says, I saw him running away from the markets just around the corner. He ran away after
I don't
he
think
took
that
this
anyone
wo-
in our
he
party
took
would really
this
do
lady.
that.
And the BDD guy puts his hands like, calm down. All right, you just go, take a break. All right, you've done enough. The Goliath walks down the hallway, clearly a little bit disturbed. The BDD guy says, he's not here. Do you mind if we look around the room?
I mean, it's just such a mess. Let us just, tidy up a little bit first.
And also, what evidence do you have against this as well? Like this isn't even his room, so I don't know why.
While they're doing that, can I try to
Give me a deception check, Damien.
engage-
Oh wait,
And-
is this actually his room? Like, I guess we all got a room together, I guess, but
Leopold bought it.
oh, I didn't know that actually. I'll roll a deception. This won't be good. I got a
Okay.
10, so that's actually better than I expected.
Guidance.
Oh, I'm rolling a d4. Hold up. I got a 13 then with guidance.
The BDD guy, the stand here, he's a half elf, maybe a wood elf, perhaps, or a half elf wood elf, maybe. He says, I spoke to the young woman downstairs. The man with the really fancy cloak purchased this room. Same person that the bouncer saw. This is his room.
Well, what do you guys think?
Well,
The
you know,
BDD
I
guy
mean, he's
is
not
gonna-
here. We have no idea where he
Not-
is, so we can't really help you.
Yeah, because like we know as much information as you do, and you guys show up here asking all these questions. We started looking around too, because Leovold, he hasn't had too much sleep. We've been on edge recently because our ship got blown up. People have been after us, and yeah, I feel like people could be after him right now too. So I feel like we're more worried about him than this room. But
BDD
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Go
Mister.
ahead.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
What I want to say is show me a warrant, but I'm not gonna say that. That's just what I'm thinking.
This is against my rights. Where's the Constitution? I'm a sovereign citizen.
This isn't your property, and he just steps in. Whoever's in front of him, he will like attempt to push aside, and they would immediately go in your room and just kind of start like going through everything.
Okay. While that was going on, I wanted to try and mage hand subtly if there was any of the stuff that we had gotten like into my
Your bed. You
hand.
have a board behind you with red tape everywhere.
What?
And there's, like,
I don't think we
evidence
actually
things
set it
all
up.
over
That was just
board.
a plan. We haven't made
No,
the
but-
board yet.
No, we
Luna has
got
a
an actual
backpack on.
board.
Luna has a little backpack on with a diamond sticking out the top of it that's this big.
No, you put
I
that
don't care
diamond
about the
into the
diamond.
backpack.
Honestly, I don't care about the diamond.
I care about the diamond. I
I
got rent to pay, man.
I care about the other stuff.
we haven't read all the evidence too yet, right?
No.
No.
We
So
should
yeah,
pack
so
that stuff
Damien's
away.
on a ready in action. He still has his limit break yet. He has 2 key points, so he's on a ready that up in case they do try
Okay.
to steal any of the evidence that they have.
We're gonna fight these guards. We're going
Well,
for it.
I feel like he's thinking that they're just doing this to try to like take the evidence they just stole. Like I feel like that's what he's thinking right now. Like I feel like there's no point of them coming here. Like they know Leovold left. I don't know why they'd come in here. Like this feels kind
Because
of like
this
maybe
room is
they-
the only connection they have to him.
maybe. I mean, maybe I feel like they would check his location, like where he went though. I don't know why they'd come up to our room.
Maybe
like-
they're doing both. Alyssra starts like tidying up the evidence and like trying to put it away very nonchalantly.
I was wanting to while they were talking, while Alyssra and Damien were talking, to try and like mage hand it subtly.
Give me a sleight of hand with the mage hand. You can just use your sleight of hand.
Can we also help her?
Oh
too?
God!
Can we like give her the help action with this?
You can give her the help action as you're trying to like distract. As you're talking to them, you're creating a distraction, so she can roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up and be like, I told you there's nothing in here. He didn't even come into this room. He immediately got a drink. I don't know why you feel the need to even come up here. If anything, we should go out there and look for him now. We can help you if you want to do that. Is it another battle roll?
Fight
I got
the
a
guards.
6. I got a 6. My first roll was a nat 1. The second roll was a 3.
Woo!
What does your mage hand look like, just out of curiosity?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Like, I think it's similar to like the vortex warp, as it's almost like either like time speeding up or of like reversing, but fast. So it's like trying to like get it back to a point where it was like in her hands at one point.
As you're talking to them, Damien, Darren's like behind you. There's all this stuff on the bed, and all of these like papers and the book and the letter and everything just like gets like blustered into the air and like kind of flies like around the back of the room, and the 2 guards are just like watching it
Oh my god, Darren,
From
you're making
behind
it
you.
worse.
as like
I-
all of this stuff then like just flies into Darren's hands, and she's just standing there like smiling at the guards. And the guard who's talking to you, Damon, he puts a hand on your shoulder and pushes you aside and says, "What is that?"
It's boring
We have a
paperwork.
ghost!
And he like reaches for his sword and he says, "I'm going to confiscate that."
I cast Charm Person.
Wait, that was cocked. Okay, he failed. Okay.
Dude, you don't need to worry about this stuff. It's so boring. Uh, Honestly, I hate my job, and I try to like grab all the stuff and like start to put it away. Let me just get the stuff out of your way. You don't need to see all this crap.
He passes from his person. He lets his hand off of his sword. He loosens up and he says, "Yeah, no, I get it. We all work hard." And the other BDD guy looks at him. Give me a deception check for the other guy with
And
advantage.
can I also try to intimidate him too? Because I do get to roll an extra D4 on my intimidation rolls.
Let her do the deception first.
Oh boy. 11.
Oh God. Yeah, the other
Can I?
BDD
Oh no! Never mind. Never mind. I don't
the other
have any
BDD
left.
guy, we can go. We can do a situation. We can go down the row. But the immediate result, this guy relaxes and like immediately goes from like I'm gonna confiscate that. I'm gonna fucking stab you to like yeah, jobs are hard. And the other guy looks at him and goes, "What did you just do?" And he goes, and the other guy's like, "They didn't do anything. She's working really hard." And he goes, "No, this is weird. What did you do?" And he starts getting like really suspicious.
I didn't do anything, man.
Hey
I'm
man,
just
you,
trying to get all this stuff out of your way so you can investigate more quickly.
And he stops and he says, "Byron, we're going to take that. We're going to take that stuff." And Byron goes, "No, no, that's just her job. She's what do you do?"
Oh, I keep records, financial stuff.
She's
Only for sort of like low-level merchants, nothing that's very interesting.
she's an accountant. Accountants work really, they're the lifeblood of the financial district. And the other guy, it's like, "No, Byron, you're an asshole all the time. What did you do to Byron?" And he starts like reaching for his sword now, and he starts where he's got one hand out, hand on his sword, and he puts his hand out, and he's like, "Don't move." And he starts like stepping towards you cautiously. Damien, do you want to try to roll an intimidation check?
yeah. So I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Why are you trying to disrespect your officer? We're trying to make this easier. We'll help you guys look for him. The biggest thing we got to do now is see what's going on with Leovold, see what's going on, figure out the situation, and we're just trying to help you guys. I don't know why you're trying to disrespect orders right now." And I'm gonna try to roll an intimidation.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. I get a D4 on top of that though. And my charisma is a +2, so I got a 17 and then +1, so 18 in total.
Oh, you have charisma. Interesting.
Yeah, we had high numbers in like almost everything in this, which is nice.
You step up. You're like a big guy. You're strong. And you say that to him. He stops. He looks up and down. Byron's looking at him. Like, yeah, why are we giving these guys a hard time? We have to go find Leovold. And the other guy goes, yeah, Leovold. And he lets his hand off of his sword, and he steps back, and he kind of like puts his hand on Byron, and he says, let's go. And they both walk out of the door. Byron turns around and says, "Sorry about my friend. You guys
all right,
have
man.
a good night." And he
Stressful
closes
time for us all.
He closes the door.
Guys,
That
we gotta go.
That was scary.
We gotta go. We
Right?
gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta find Leo, and we gotta
This
figure out
was
what
so
the fuck is going
expensive.
on.
Fine.
Leo was the one who paid for it.
I said fine.
Oh wait. So it's out of character. They would have known Leovold's name then, right? Because
Yeah,
Well,
we
wasn't
probably
your
shouldn't
name
have
on
said
the-
that.
wasn't your name on the place?
No, I dropped the money. They never took a name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a first name only. It's fine.
Whoops.
There's gotta be other people named Leovold here.
It's a common name.
All of the Leonins are named Leovold. We're gonna throw these guys for a total loop. They're gonna be going through the Leonin community like crazy.
but looking
Just
for an
racially,
elf.
racially profiling all of these Leonins.
Even though they definitely saw that he wasn't one.
Is your name Leopold? Yes. Just beating the shit out of the Leonins all across the city.
Uprise.
The two BDD guys leave. It doesn't appear that they are aware of the suicide couple on the other balcony. But as they leave,
Oh, they
you guys
weren't talking about them? They were talking about somebody else?
They were talking about
Yeah.
the couple that I saw slit their gut open and cut
Yeah,
off their
you would have
tongue.
put the
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I assumed it was just the dead bodies that I saw.
The Goliath mentioned he said that he saw Leopold running away down Market Street after killing two people. And he very clearly said like out in the street.
I mean, Leopold is a bit homicidal, but
Okay, but he would never, like, just slit somebody's, like, cut open somebody's stomach. He would shoot them in the
that's
face.
true. That is true. Well, either way, we gotta go find him.
They said earlier where he was going, right? We should
Yeah, the
honestly just start
market.
searching in that direction.
You guys go outside. As you go outside, there's a bunch of people on the patio. The backseat woman's out there. The Goliath guy is now gone. A bunch of people out on the patio, and there are like a good number of BDD agents around two bodies that are on the ground. And then there you can see that they're off to the left. And then there is this row of residential houses. There are some alleyways between them. You don't have to go past the BDD guys. Whether or not you'd be able to like wind your way through them to get to where, because you can see the route that the Goliath had mentioned past the road, past the market. But that's sort of cordoned off by these three guards or these three BDD guys. Whether or not they would stop you is a whole other thing entirely. Like maybe you could just walk right by. That's up to you guys.
Personally, I'd rather not, but
If there's a
if
way
it-
to go that it doesn't go past them.
yeah.
Give me stealth checks.
19.
19.
13 for Damien.
It's all pretty good.
6.
You guys like nonchalantly walk down the for Darren. You're like being inconspicuous, but not. You're just like
I'm like having a panic attack.
nervous energy, which actually makes you seem like more normal than anything.
That's true.
As you then walk, everybody else did good enough to balance it out. As you guys walk down the patio here into the street, and you just kind of walk across the street into one of these alleyways. If somebody saw you, they don't care to go and pursue you. As you guys make your way into this alleyway, I do need you to make survival checks or investigation. Actually, I'm sorry. Survival or perception.
14.
30-20.
Is that a perception? 30-20?
My perception and survival are the same.
Okay.
And 18 for Damien.
On perception or survival?
Perception.
Okay. As you guys move through the alleyway here, you're able to see where it tees off and goes down to the main street where you think Leopold was mentioned running off into. You think you're probably still a little bit just using like your inner directional awareness. You think you're probably still pretty close to the guards. So you continue down the alleyway you're on until you get a little bit further down to another T and you turn off onto the main road. As you get down to the main road, you look down and you can see maybe like 5 or 6 like streets. There are like these little alleyways that I'm calling streets here. Down a duo of BDD guys going down the street, just walking. And then across from you, you see a BDD guy. There's like these alleyway strips. You see a BDD guy go through one of the alleyways and turn left. He's actually like walking away from you guys, and it's very clear that the BDD are out and like looking for Leopold. And with that, I'll need you guys to give me. It could be a straight up luck roll, or it could be investigation or survival. Luck roll, you don't add anything to it. It's just a straight up d20. Survival is obviously survival. And then investigation is obviously investigation.
25.
21 for investigation.
Can we all roll? Because I'll roll luck right now.
Yeah, you can. Well, you all have to roll. It's a group check.
Okay, so I rolled an 8.
Bringing down the average. Luna, what's yours?
What are we rolling?
You can roll a luck roll, which is straight 20, which is going to be calculated different than the other rolls. And then, or you can roll investigation or survival.
Dirty 20. Survival.
That's pretty good. Okay. So you guys move through this alleyway, and you were trying to be like, if I'm Leopold and I just like saw these people get eviscerated in the street, like where do I go? And you just kind of like move through the alleyways. You don't, with the roll you did, you were able to see where the BDD guys are enough to avoid them as you move through the city streets. And you keep going, checking the alleyways, staying away from BDD when you see them, and you kind of go a little bit deeper into the first floor here until you're like at the edge of the financial district, and you think you're a little bit further away than the BDD are. You rolled just high enough to look down the alleyway here across the main street. On the other side, you can see Leopold laying on the street just in time to see 2 BDD officers round an alleyway corner, one street down from him, look to the right and see him.
We're across the street.
You're across the main street in the alleyway on the right side of the main street. Leopold is in the alleyway on the left side of the street, probably one alleyway down, lying on the ground. You can see his big red cloak bundled up into a pillow as he's like tucked into the side of this alleyway. There are like some boxes and stuff around him. And then one alleyway down from him, probably about 20 feet, you see 2 BDD, actually probably a little bigger than that, probably like 45 feet, 2 BDD guards.
How far away? How far away is Leopold?
He would be 60 feet is the main street. You're at the edge of your alleyway, 60 feet is the main street, and then he is into the alleyway, probably. So the total distance to him is probably about 105 feet.
All
They
right.
definitely see him.
Yes, 100%. It's 100% Leopold.
I would like to spend a sorcery point to do distance spell and vortex warp Leopold.
Oh, okay. What's the that just works, right?
I mean, it is technically a save, but like people can choose to fail the save. Now, I don't know if Leopold would. 'Cause
He's
I don't
asleep.
know.
That means he fails to save, right?
Yeah, he fails. He's asleep.
Is there like
100%.
a visual component to that? Like, do they see this?
Probably. You rewind time, right? Effectively, that's how it appears to other people.
Yeah. But it's like really fast, like a blur.
Give me. I'll just say give me a stealth check.
I
this
cast
will be-
Silent Image.
On what do you cast?
The place where Leovold just was, I want to put an image of Leovold still being there.
Okay. All right.
19!
Okay. Okay. All right. So you cast your like rewind time and bring Leovold over to where you are. He just kind of like is there 1 second, and the next second he's like in front of you. And then at the same time that you do that, Alyssa puts an image of Leovold on the ground, almost close enough where it's almost indistinguishable. Like he appears and disappears at the exact same time, so it looks like he never even moved in the first place. And there's just this image of him as the two guards walk over. They don't see him over on your side of the street. Leovold, you feel yourself like just suddenly jaunted, and you maybe open your eyes and you're like confused and fearful as you look up and your party is around you. And you're like in this fucking alleyway.
He immediately
What
like,
happened?
stares at them, waiting for their face to change. But he also has his gun out, like not pointing out, but it is close to his chest.
He
ready to-
shoots.
Shoots Luna.
Y'all woke me.
Shoots
Whoever was
Luna.
gonna wake me up was gonna get shot.
Also,
Leo,
my
wake
mage
up!
gun. Also, my mage.
He's just sitting there, like you can see he's definitely panicked. Still kind of sweating a little bit, and looking at all your faces, like intently looking at every detail of each of your faces, waiting.
We need to
Oh,
get away
sorry.
from the BDD.
Are you? I was gonna say, Alyssa, because it's your silent image. I feel like you're kind of like watching it, and in the time that this is happening, they walk over to him and they pull out their swords, and one of them like reaches down to grab him, and they as they go to reach down to grab him, they just grab nothing, and the silent image sort of like puffs away until there's like a bunch of color, and they both like look confused. I'm gonna roll for them to see if they beat your 19. There's a moment where they're both like looking around in confusion before the one who touched him looks up and looks down your alleyway and like sees all of you guys down the alleyway, and he points and you can see his mouth move. You can't actually hear him, but you can see his mouth move, and he grabs the other guy, and they are going to start pursuing you.
All right, now I cast
gonna-
invisibility.
He's just going fuck it.
I'm gonna also pick up. Well, so you're casting invisibility on Leovold?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
On Leovold?
Yes.
Smart. Okay, I thought you were gonna do it on yourself. I was like, I like it.
Bye bye.
I was gonna pick
I
up
thought she
Leovold.
did it on herself. I was like, okay.
I was gonna pick up Leovold and start running away, but now I don't even know where he is. I just look him like, oh. I just start walking away like non-suspiciously, like.
Not my problem.
Start whistling.
You go like BDD. He was just right. We found him.
I think he went that way. Like I point like in like a random direction.
That's actually maybe not the worst
Guys,
thing to do. What do you guys do is leave old vanishes. Go ahead.
How
Tom.
big is the alleyway that we're in, or the area that we're in?
It's probably about 10 feet. It's not super cramped, but it's also not huge.
Can I cast either Spike Growth or Entangle on that area?
Do you want to cast it
Kinda
on
cover
the
our
guards,
tracks.
or do you want to cast it on the guards, or like just in the alleyway, so that if they were to try to get to you? Yeah, for
before
sure.
before they get to us. Yeah. So is it? I guess in Spike Growth is better.
Spike growth is damage per 5 feet and difficult terrain.
Yeah.
It's an ass.
And yeah,
Okay.
spike growth is really good. I would say spike. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you just want to stop them, I mean, either one will stop them. One
Yeah.
of them might fucking kill them.
The real question is, did they get a good look at you guys? That's the real question. You already have one wanted person in this party. Do you want the whole party to be wanted by Grand Rise?
I'll cast Entangle. I don't want to kill anybody.
Roots pour out of the ground, covering most of the front of the alleyway from you, and they pour out a little bit into the street as the guards run up. These entangling vines sprout out and kind of hamper them. They stop, and let's see. I'm going to have one of the guards try to go in.
During this whole commotion, I don't hear any of the jingles, right?
I
No.
hope not.
I won't even make you roll for it now.
Okay.
both the one guard goes in, and the vines like wrap up him. You hear him like yelling. He's like slashing at him. The other guy's trying to pull him out, and they can't. And there's a solid amount of time where they are waylaid. Do you guys flee?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the guys, we gotta go.
Not like running, but like walking a little bit quickly.
Just fast.
Oh, Leopold bolted.
Oh damn,
Fuck,
we lost
somehow-
Leopold
Well,
again.
he's been gone for So you guys start running down the alleyway. Give me one last round of perception checks, and depending on how well those are, you might need to give me some stealth checks, or other shit might happen.
15.
16.
They rolled really bad. Your Tiggle. One of them didn't even try to go in. The one guy got immediately wrapped up.
Damien got an 18.
18. I heard a 16.
Am I
I
rolling
got
too?
16.
And you're also rolling.
Okay.
Evil.
Tom said he got a 25 in the chat.
21.
I feel like that's a crit. 21, 16. Damien, what was yours? Yours was high too, wasn't it?
Yeah, an 18.
18, 16, 18, 21. Alyssa, what was yours?
I think it was 15.
And 25. That's really good. That's a pretty good group roll. As you guys are running through the alleyways, you're able to clock the BDD people before they're able to clock you. And you're able to move through the financial district without being even having the opportunity for somebody to potentially have to make a stealth check. You're able to figure out where they're going and where they are and kind of get out of the area of their search pretty effectively. It's probably going to widen as the time passes. After you get like a little bit of a breather, you've kind of moved to the other side of the financial district. You've actually kind of like backtracked back towards the northern side of the financial district, back toward Valencio's house, but you're like in the back alleys of the other side. What is your move? Do you want to try to like move towards the center of the first floor to like catch a lift and get the fuck out of here? Do you want to like move to like you're in the northeast side in the financial district? If you cross through the first floor is cut. I've already kind of described this, but it's cut down the middle both ways. So that the center of it's cut like a pie, these 4 pies slices. And you're in the northeast financial district. Across, there's a bridge that goes across all the different segments. And then there's a central bridge that has the tower in it where you can go up and down. This little like plaza in the center in the open area. And that has like 4 bridges as well that go to each district. But each district has a bridge that runs on the upper side of it that connects the districts. And you're up by this upper bridge. You're not down by the central plaza. You could cross over the bridge, you think, without much, like, you can't see the bridge, so you don't know if it's like secured or something. As of right now, your closest landmark would be the bridge to maybe move to the Aethra district, or you could do something I can't even imagine, which is totally possible. Another thing to note is that the cross that's in the middle on both sides, there are like these residential blocks that are like below ground along the sides of that cross that goes down several stories. It's actually pretty deep. The first floor isn't that wide compared to some of the other floors, but it is really thick. And there are access points like stairwells that go down into this like underground 100.5 floor that you could potentially disappear into, maybe.
Guys, I think we need to go back to Alystra's plan and jump off the edge.
And you guys,
Featherfall, fuck it.
I'm game.
you guys like jumping everywhere. Just like
Not really.
I will make you all guys honorary Haragon from now on, since you guys
Nice.
like to hop so much. So he takes out a carrot out of his bag and he starts knighting everybody.
Comedic relief is very important.
I try to eat the carrot.
It's not for eating. It's for knighting, and then we eat it later. Okay. Anyway,
Where's the closest gap that we could jump out of? Because, yeah.
To your left, there is the central gap that breaks apart the 2 sides. The one being the northwest, which is where the Aether Academy is, the Aether District, in the northeast, which is the financial district, and that gap there is probably about 50 feet wide. No, wider than that. 50 feet is way too small. It's actually pretty thick. I don't know how long it is. I'll have to take a second to think about that. But there's
That's
a
what she
big
said.
bridge that goes across the two. She doesn't say that, unfortunately, Tom. Especially not if you're Valencia. But it's pretty wide. It's a pretty wide gap. And
Am I still invisible?
yeah, you're invincible. You're
Presumably.
invincible. You're invincible for an hour. It's probably been about 20 minutes or so of
Yeah.
sneaking around these alleyways and stuff. You're still invincible.
Just kind of gently push everyone towards that area.
We're jumping?
At
Yeah,
this
let's
point,
go.
yeah, Leovold doesn't give a fuck.
Let's jump.
That is so funny.
Wait, hang on. One.
More or less just paid 45 gold to have a badass trip and jump off a whole platform.
Yeah, there's only
Fucking
5 of
get
us.
it.
It's fine.
Leovold, I need one thing from you. I need you to give me a stealth check.
Well, what? Okay.
Doesn't matter why, just do it.
It does, sir. Fucking with my character all night. I get advantage because I'm invisible, right? Or no?
This is like a kind of continued thing. No, you don't get advantage because you're invisible, because this is sort
Some
of
other
a
bullshit. Cool. That's a 15.
as you go to the edge and you're looking down the gap, several hundred feet across, and you can see down on the other side, not necessarily this side. You can see that there is a stairwell that's pretty far down that side, and then the bridge is pretty decently distance away on the other side, like to the north, to the south. You can see a stairwell that goes off, this like stone stairwell that goes down to a causeway below you, probably about 50 feet down. You can see across from you, there are these like hallways built into the, God, that messed up my hair. There are these hallways that are built into the stone wall that makes up either side of this descent down into the heart of like the 100.5 floor. And these hallways are probably about 30 feet wide, and they just kind of disappear into this like labyrinthine structure off of the causeways that go down about 50 feet. And there's probably 4 of these down, and there's a whole bunch of them just in the like on the width side. There's a whole bunch of these little hallways that go down into these like kind of weird residential areas. You could jump down and maybe want to hit the causeway, or you could just jump into the gap and just go down and just see what happens. As you're standing there with your party, think about what you're going to do. Leovold. And everybody else too. Give me perception.
Oh no.
I don't wanna perceive this.
I close my eyes. 15.
17.
12.
8.
Oh, I don't want to fucking roll anymore. Why
Oh, no.
of all the roll? I don't want to see this. I don't want to, but I rolled a
Did
Oh,
you
I
get
don't
a
like the
20?
music.
I rolled a nat 20. I don't want to see it though. I don't want to see it.
You hear
No, I don't.
a jingle.
Mm-mm.
If you had got above a 16.
25.
I think I got
It-
15. I hear nothing.
You're preparing yourself to jump. You hear a jingle. If you have above a 16 Leovold, you definitely hear it. And you kind of freeze up, coming from behind you and up. And you turn around and you look up into one of the windows of this residential homes behind you. And the window is open. And there are 2 people standing there. One of them is standing on the window, little tiny demure guy, happy mask on, in like a pajama with a little hat. And then like a little, you know, one of the little pom-pom hats, you know, and it's kind of like falling off the side, happy mask. And then a woman in a nightie, a sad mask on, holding a baby. And they are staring at you, Leovold.
Well, okay. He will. This really sucks for you guys.
Very
he will-
demure,
he-
very mindful.
About to shoot a mime. He'll get up on like the edge of that platform where it's just like straight down,
Uh huh.
and his back is to this chasm. He looks up at these two. Besides staring at him, are they doing anything? Does he see the red daggers or anything like that?
The Sad is rocking the baby, who seems to be like contently asleep, and Happy is standing on the edge of the window, and he's like kind of rocking a little bit on his like from his heel onto this from the front of his foot down to the back of his foot, back and forth a little bit. Like there's just a slight rocking. His hands are kind of going. He never really seems to be still, this guy, and his hands are kind of waving. But he's
ADHD is a bitch.
relatively, he's just staring at you from the window, and Sad standing behind him in the room, staring down at you.
So I'll stand up there. Leopold takes out the pistol, takes aim, and he's not gonna pull immediately, but he's like looking for that red dagger because he's just waiting for what's been happening to happen again.
Presumably, I see this and see them after that.
If I'm invisible, you don't see anything.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a,
Well,
there's mind. I mean, we already know this, I guess. But hold on, this is bothering me.
That's why I was like, this is gonna be interesting for the party.
You actually can't see Leopold. Did anybody else get above? Did nobody get above a 16 besides Leopold? Because if not, that's actually interesting. No.
I think I got 15.
Wow. Okay, guys.
Oh
Cool.
wait, no, wait. What'd you say? My bad. I was in the middle of something. What'd you say?
Focus.
Did you say did I get above a 15?
On the
Okay.
perception check that I called for a little bit ago.
Yeah, no, I had an 18.
Okay, well then you hear that. So you don't
Oh.
see Leopold, but you would look up and you would see Happy and Sad Mask in pajamas. The woman is in like a kind of see-through like silken nightie, and the dude is in like striped pajamas, a little collar, and a little pom-pom hat. But he's small, but he's not wearing jester clothes. And the woman has a baby. You would have seen that. You don't see Leopold because he is in fact invisible.
Darren, everyone, look up there. I don't really know what those things are, but it keeps making a weird ringing sound. I'm kind of confused by it.
Oh, that's weird. Alyssa has never seen them before, so
Does it
doesn't
look
really
like-
have much of a reaction.
Does it look like the masks that they had on?
Yeah,
Or are
same
they just
mask.
Oh, it's those.
Leopold, as you pull your pistol, pointed at them, Happy jumps up and like waves his hands, and then he drops down and bows, and Sad picks up the baby and fucking throws it.
What the fuck? I
Yeah.
try to catch the baby?
It goes, let me see, let me roll for her.
Uh,
It goes about 20 feet over into the gap.
okay. So seeing that, Leopold's first like reflex in a very long time, he is going to leap for the child, but as he leaps, he's going to shoot Sad.
Cool, fuck that bitch. Do it.
And I'm just because this is what he will do. Is that he is going to make it a violent shot to their face,
Okay.
which will add another damage die, but it also adds a +2 to my misfire.
Okay.
Which makes my misfire now a. If I roll a 3, I misfire on the die. +9, that's going to be 23.
You're aiming for the face.
Yes. The mask, specifically.
You shoot for the mask. You jump to catch the baby. Seeing that, like you feel really good about this shot. You're like, I'm gonna hit that bitch right in the fucking mask. The bullet gets really close, and then you see a spark of blue as shield goes up.
All right.
And Sad, as you're jumping away, you see Sad go. And then she reaches into the nightie and pulls out the knife. as you're then descending down into
Trying to
gap.
catch the infant.
Could I,
Baby. This is a
I
fresh.
think
This
I
a
have to
fresh.
jump into the gap.
This a fresh
Yeah, I
baby.
would-
This is like
I would-
maybe a couple weeks old or something.
could
Well, to be
I,
I
fair,
would
I
jump
think you-
into.
all you guys would see is a flash and then me halfway out in the chasm.
Well, but I
You
saw
would
the
appear.
baby fall, so I would have like yelled, "We have to go now," and then jumped after the baby.
Everybody jumps, and then all you guys, everybody's fighting over the baby who's going to catch it, and all you guys just drop the baby. I'm sorry. No. Does anybody do anything with happy and sad? Damien, you saw happy and sad. Melissa, you ended up seeing happy and sad. You see that she pulls out the shield pops. You see the kind of the boom of the bullet go, shrapnel, and then you see both of them pull out these red, strange. The whole thing is red, like one solid hump, all red. She pulls it out. Happy. He's bent down like in this bow, and he reaches, pulls out one. Damien, do you do anything about that, or you're like baby? Jump for the baby.
So I know Level was saying he was on a shoot. Like, wait, so is he still invisible then, or?
I was
shot,
invisible
and then
up
he would have become.
until I was shot.
And then
Because
he
I feel like
jumped, so he
one-
would
There.
Yeah, because once I feel like he saw Leovold, I feel like he would just try to get him out of the situation, if anything. So I feel like he would try to grab him and just dash out of there, almost. I feel like he doesn't really care about.
Leovold, he wouldn't have seen Leovold.
Well,
Not until
Leovold
after
was
I
shot.
shot. But I was already
Yeah,
in the
Leovold-
middle of the chasm.
Leovold said he jumped.
Then
You
shot.
very specifically said you jumped and then shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would shoot, and then Leovold would be 10 or 15 feet out into the chasm already when he would appear.
Yeah.
And then Alyssa, you say you jump too. I do
I
think
Yeah,
that
but I yelled to
Right.
the others that we have to jump now because
Could
we have
I
to jump at the same time.
Could I use Mage Hand? You said it's a fresh
Should-
baby.
yeah, this is the
You better
freshest
hope
baby
that's a
that's ever.
small child.
Fresh babies.
They can
My
weigh
niece,
more than
my
5
niece weighed
pounds.
7 pounds.
Is it
It's
Mage
10
Hand 10?
pounds. It's
Oh,
10
is it?
pounds.
Okay.
It's 10 pounds. Thank you very much.
I thought it was 5. I was like,
As you
But
guys
it
do that,
also
you
has to be
see.
within 30 feet.
I think it would be within 30 feet.
This
It
is
would be,
important.
like,
One of us
it's-
has to catch the baby.
It would come down, and then like in that range when it's coming down, it would be within that 30-foot range. There'd be a moment where it's in that 30-foot range. Give me. It's not athletics. I'm almost going to say I think it's an attack roll, but obviously you're not trying to do damage. And then happy and sad. They actually turn to each other, and they just start stabbing the fuck out of each other. And then the masks kind of come off of the face, do a little jingle, and then just kind of disappear. And then the two people fall out of the window down into the street and crumple.
Alright, I got an 18.
You reach out with mage hand, Leopold, you're in the air trying to
Yeah, I'm
catch this baby. Yeah. And the baby, give me an athletics check, Leopold.
okay.
It's a far jump.
3.
Oh.
I'm not an
Oh,
athletic
no.
person. I'm an acrobatic person.
I know, but athletics is jump distance. Acrobatics
I
is,
would
is
say-
something else. I don't even know sometimes what it's for, to be honest with you.
I would say I probably am, like, this is probably happening trying to catch the baby while also jumping. Just because, like, I know we need to get away.
You jump out. Mage hand comes out, Leovold, you jump out. You get out about 15 feet. The baby's like 10 feet out of your reach. You kind of stretch, and then you see the baby kind of get bobbed in front of you as then you continue to descend down as the baby is kind of mystically floating in front of you, and then is kind of pulled to a Darren as now you are both falling. Darren, I need you to give me a perception check.
Oh.
I need to know who all jumped because the person.
So
that
do
cast-
I.
Well, yeah.
Alyssra, Leovold, and Darren, I think.
I
That's
thought
it.
I yelled at everyone to jump. If they didn't jump, that's on them.
New
My
characters. Who's
perception
this?
check is 4.
You pull in this baby. It's all wrapped up in a sheet
God.
as you're falling. You guys are within probably 10 or 15 feet of each other. I need all three of you to make dexterity saving throws.
It's a bomb.
Dex.
Not 20.
It's
Thank
Throws?
God. That's 24.
I want to know how you describe
Oh,
this.
no.
It's like right in her face.
11.
going to be interesting.
16.
Dex save is going to be.
Damien, did you jump?
I feel he would have went after Leovold. So if Leovold jumped, yeah, he's after Leovold then.
Leovold jumps. Luna, you see everybody jump, and then these two people stab themselves to death and fall out of the window, and you're kind of standing there like, wow, this is crazy.
Exactly what Luna's doing. He's like,
Go back to coffee serving, man.
yeah, I think I wanted to go back to coffee because this is crazy.
This is a wow. This is a lot. And then as you look down, you're like, maybe I'll jump too. Damien, you jump. You have to give me dex save too.
I rolled a 16.
Can
16.
I give myself bardic inspiration after rolling?
Can you give Bark? No, not after rolling.
Oh wait, I can't give myself bardic inspiration anyway. Never mind.
Not at this level.
When you can give yourself Bark Inspiration, they allow you to do this as a reaction. But, and then you still would have had to do it before the roll, though. That is the
Sure.
thing.
Well, 11.
It's kind of like, so if you got below a 15, you failed. Darren, you grab this baby, and you don't notice it quite at first. Then you hear like this weird, like, and you go like, what the fuck is that? As you're falling, you turn it, and it is got a like wooden doll happy mask on it, and on the head, written in blood, it says "wrong one," and then it like lets out this like mechanical cackle, and it explodes. And right before it explodes, you're like, "What the fuck?" and you throw it, and you it just instinctively throw it away from you as it then explodes, right in the area of Leovold and Alyssra. I don't did Leovold? Did you fail?
I got a 16. Barely.
Okay. So you throw it so that it's like really close to Alyssra by mistake, and then Leovold is kind of a little bit above it, and Damien is also a little bit above it, as are you. And this is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, I can hear those dice.
It's not that bad. I mean, you are level 13 though, so or level 3. Not the opposite.
If we're 13, I missed something.
Oh, so Happy and Sad are
Wait.
that high.
Huh?
Happy and Sad are that high. Fuck.
It's no, they're not 13. 21 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay.
Or half if you succeeded.
I need to make a concentration check. I don't know how to do that though.
Roll a d10,
You
and
have to make a
that's an 11.
10. Well, yeah, 11. So you gotta roll a d20, add your Constitution saving throw, and it has to be above 11. Otherwise, you drop whatever spell you're concentrating on.
All right, Leovold, you're now visible.
He was already
Yeah.
visible because he shot.
When I
Okay,
take-
then I wasn't concentrating on anything then.
You remain you get engulfed in fire all of a sudden. Darren, as you throw the baby and the blast hits you, you get kind of your fall gets kind of impeded. And you actually kind of pushed up. So now Lister is probably about 40 feet below you guys, and then Leovold's about 15 feet to your left, maybe 10 feet down, and Damien is maybe in a similar position as Leovold. Darren, if you continue falling, you're going to fall probably about 20 more feet onto the causeway below. Leovold and Damien might be able to catch the causeway. Alyssra is out over the gap, probably about 10 feet, and she's going to fall into the gap.
How far up is Alyssra from where I am, from where Luna is?
She is below you She's pretty far. She's probably about 50 feet or so below you from the
50
force of the
feet?
blast pushing her. Yeah.
Fuck.
She
Would I
jumped,
have it?
fell, and technically, if I was following the rules to a T, she'd be like really far down because you instantly fall up several
60
hundred.
feet,
Yeah.
something like that.
So
How
she's
far
actually
away am I from everybody else who's falling?
Luna is probably about he's still up. He's about 20 feet
I'm gonna
above
jump.
a,
I'm gonna
a
jump.
Darren. And then a Darren is about 40 feet away from you, Alyssa.
Luna's gonna jump after seeing the
So
Lister get separated.
Luna is 60 feet away and everybody else is closer than that?
Yeah, Alyssa, Luna's the farthest one away from you. Everybody else jumped, so they're closer to you.
Falling order should be you, me, Darren, Damien, Luna.
The only reason why you are above Alyssa, even though your jump order was first, is that the bomb went off below you. And you got pushed. Your fall got slightly impeded by the force of the blast. Alyssa got unlucky. He's the only one who failed.
Can I jump after seeing Alyssa get separated? And
You're gonna anime boy it. You're gonna squat and your muscles, your like leg muscles are gonna get fucking jacked. You're gonna super jump.
yeah, I'll jump
on.
down. I'm gonna jump down my plan. Okay, so this is my plan. I want to
Okay.
jump. I want to jump down and cast Thorn Whip on
Okay.
Alyssa, so I can
Okay,
see if
okay.
I can pull her back 10 feet towards me, away from the gap.
What's the range of Thorn Whip?
Why?
30 feet.
I thought we were trying to get off of this level anyway.
You're gonna fall into the gap. Everyone
That's
else.
fine.
I'm trying to get you away from the gap towards the causeway.
But I don't want to be on the causeway. I thought we were trying to go down a level.
Okay.
Does everybody else want to fall? Well, everybody else is gonna. What is the range of feather fall?
60 feet.
How many people can you do?
5.
So you can hit everybody with feather fall, and you guys can all just try to get into the gap.
Yeah, I cast
long
Feather
would-
Fall on everyone.
How
Okay.
long would we have then? So that way, if trying to get or I guess, never mind.
Feather fall lasts for a long time, right? Isn't it like? It's
No,
like a long.
It's only a minute.
No.
That's a long time to be falling.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be falling.
She
Falling
has to
for a
cast
minute.
it. She'd have to time it perfectly to where we are all within 60 feet of the ground.
You only fall 6 feet around.
No, it's 60
60.
feet from me, isn't it?
No. The fall radius for us is like 60 feet a turn.
Yes.
You will land softly. So you have to literally cast that for you almost on the ground.
But a turn is much less than a minute.
I can if we have.
Hold on. Let me check
Okay.
this. Let me go through this second.
It lasts a minute and it's 60
Yeah.
feet per round. What is a round? Like 6 seconds or
6
something?
seconds.
Huh?
6, yeah.
Alright, so there's 10
This is-
rounds per minute, which means that we have 600 feet of fall range
Yeah.
after casting it.
You should be okay.
Should be.
I can
Could be.
in that period of time. I can convert to. I can burn my last 2 level 1 spell slots to get enough sorcery points to get a 2nd level spell slot back and cast Vortex Ward to get Alyssa closer.
Oh
to
wow, you are
us.
deep diving into sorcery. Whew.
Yeah, that would take 4 rounds
Yeah.
altogether.
Aren't you guys about to hit something though?
No,
Like, don't I
3
have to cast
rounds.
it now anyway?
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
during that,
Yeah,
so that way.
Darren is gonna. You're gonna fall.
Darren
Alyssa's gonna
can-
fall into the gap. Darren is gonna fall on the causeway.
And so
With
is Legal.
Featherfall, I mean, 60 feet still, like, she probably will still hit the causeway. I don't think she can redirect herself enough
Yeah, no.
in that
Yeah,
kind of time
Gust.
to not. Gust could. Yeah, that might work.
And then I can Thorn Whip her.
Luna Luna would be able to jump into the gap for sure because he jumped, but he was also in 60 feet when he jumped, which is very convenient. He could throw somebody away from the causeway. Darren could use Gust, and then Damien. Damien, do you have any way to not fall on the causeway? Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, Damien is if Leovold and Damien both are within 5 feet of the causeway, they could catch it or they could go down the gap. Darren was the only one who was over the gap. So if Darren can use Gust and there's Feather Fall, then all of us will fall into the gap. That is what's happening.
That's nice.
I think.
Sounds good to me.
So Darren, you cast Gust, and the wall is close enough to you that this powerful Gust pushes you a solid. What's the distance of Gust? Is it like 15 or 30?
10,
what is the distance?
10 feet.
30.
10?
The range is
it pushes me 10 feet.
10, pushes 10 feet.
Yeah. So you get pushed back 10 feet, and that puts you a little bit further out into the gap than Leovold and Damien are, as all three of you fall 60 feet per 6 seconds down for almost the whole duration. You just barely make it. 2 more rounds, and you would start falling again as you guys land on the very bottom of 100.5 floor, which is like this flat, kind of like metal, weird sort of like almost like a it's just this bundle of like copper pipes running in all different directions, and you guys know that this is the ceiling of Aurora, which is the floor you went to that one time that has all of the lights and the drugs and stuff.
Ooh.
But you're on top of Aurora, on what is like where all of that stuff runs from. All the pipes that are running in the ceilings of Aurora that are lighting up and powering all the stuff that's down there. That's all down here on the bottom of the 100.5 floor. You don't immediately see like a service exit or something. I will need perception checks, or you guys can all just freak the fuck out down here for a second. It's up to you.
I'm looking for the fucking masks.
I mean, I
They've
do
been
love
haunting
a good
me.
opportunity to freak the fuck out, but I did get a nat 20 on perception.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right.
Sometimes freaking the fuck out can just be being hyper vigilant. So you're just like, where is everybody?
I'm just looking for happy and sad fuckers.
No happies and sads. You do, Alyssa, manage to see a stairwell. There is like from your viewpoint, it's kind of dim down here. There's not a whole lot of light that gets this far down into the gap. It's also nighttime, so there isn't any sunlight pouring in from the sides of the 101st floor, or from above the 101st floor rather. And there's not really a whole lot of light down here. You're pretty decently below the final floor of the 100.5 floor. But you're able to see there is like a part of the floor where there's just a kind of a hole, and from your angle, it would be hard to see it, but you manage to just kind of see it, and you can see that the way the light hits it, it drops down, and as you maybe move a little bit closer to it, you can see there's stairs that go down into the ceiling.
Convenient. Let's
floor.
go.
You guys descend down into Aurora. As you drop down, you disappear into the roof for probably about 20 feet. You're just in this kind of like black kind of metal side stairwell. No light. You go down to the bottom. There's like a half open door. It's just barely open down there. You can hear a little bit of like kind of humming from down there. Not like a weird hum, but like almost like a mechanical electrical hum. As you then push open the door, there's kind of like purple light pouring in from outside as you open it up, and you're immediately greeted. It's probably at this point probably about 2:15, and you're greeted with the bright neon lights of a back alleyway of Aurora. And that's where we'll end the session. You guys do level up this session.
Nice.
God.
Cool. So after I get Peyton's way of leveling up, torment a character all session, you guys level up.
We have to take emotional damage.
I feel like after tonight, Leovold has like an initial fear of those two.
Change your background to haunted one.
It could already be haunted one.
Maybe.
No.
They're scarier than fucking Laughing Jack, dude.
Yeah, I don't like the happy and sad thing. Like,
Well,
I get
Alyssa,
it. Like,
that was just the first time she
I
saw
get
them.
it.
So
I can
she's
see what
like,
you're
okay,
trying to
that was
do.
weird.
They're
I
off.
appreciate
This
it.
is, like, especially the happy
what
one.
the fuck did you mean wrong one? I need to know that answer now, sir.
There probably is a baby. There probably is a baby.
Just chilling in that apartment.
I don't know that it's just chilling.
Give me an insight check, Leopold. As Leopold's walking, he's like, what the fuck was wrong one about? Even though Darren would have to tell you about it, I guess.
Alyssa is like, what the hell was that?
Did they blow up that baby?
23. Pretty good with insight.
You think that maybe they were taunting you that, okay, so I think Leopold has picked up on the fact that the masks themselves aren't, the people are people
Yeah.
that you're seeing, and happy and
Yeah,
sad are the
He fully
masks.
realized he shot at the woman. Like, not being the original that he saw before.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you're wearing the mask. You got to die. You're part of that cult.
And the masks are separate from the people. And it seems like they were taunting you that you went to save this baby and the actual people that needed saving were up on the balcony.
Yeah. Also, thanks for making me wanted all.
Yeah. Well, where's your buddy at? Leopold? Oh,
Yeah.
haven't
you know
seen
the-
him. You know the guy with the weird cloak and the fucking, he was running away and like.
From a murder.
Leopold. Yeah, Leopold. I remember that guy. Yeah, what about him? Do you want to know his
It's a
fucking
first name. It's fine.
God.
I'm pretty. That is pretty noticeable.
I mean, it's a pretty diverse city, right?
wanted posters?
There are
like-
snake people in the sewers, dude.
Yeah, but they're in the sewers. That's where I'm gonna have to live now.
There's a hag with a magic cat running around turning people into snake people.
We might have to
I
go
think
find the hag now, guys.
We should befriend her.
Like,
The
hey,
hag
can,
or the-
Can you like?
I mean, I do have a
Yes.
disguise kit.
We go
You,
meet
like-
the hag and we're like, hey, can you turn us into snake people? We want
yeah, please and thank you.
We want we want to do a villain thing for a little bit. Can we get turned into snake people, please?
We just gotta
Maybe
be on
this
the down
happy,
low.
sad fucker get off my ass and leave me alone.
I just want to live in the sewers for a couple of years. Get this smoke off my back. Can we do a time skip, please? Tom, there's a hag in the city that's turning people into snakes. Snake
Oh.
people. Yeah.
Wow. I
So that's a-
These motherfucking snakes in the motherfucking sewers.
That's a-
Oh,
that- that's a-
that's a
that's a plot.
10.
That's a plot point that's come and gone.
cool. Nice.
I mean, I think we did tell them to go meet the captain, so they might
we
just
did.
show up at any point.
They probably will. I like them. So yeah, you're level 4. You're welcome for hurting your feelings. And you're gonna have to kill those guys soon. So good luck.
I just know. Soon, what do you mean soon? I don't like that. Can we not do it soon?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because there was no way that we could have killed Laughing Jack, and they give the same vibes.
They give worse vibes.
Yeah.
I think the musical choice was good. They're much
Yeah,
weaker
it
than-
was.
They're much weaker than Laughing Jack. They're much weaker than Laughing Jack. But they have like some bullshit that makes them like in open combat. They're not that tough, but they're not going to fight you in open combat. So
No, they're mind fuckers. They're like, hey, let's play games with you. I honestly like started thinking maybe I should probably have Leopold stop drinking because he probably just got poisoned in some way, shape, or form. Nope, cool.
I feel like it has to do maybe with the cloak. That's my best guess.
But didn't Damien also see them?
Yes.
Like
and
maybe
Leo
they're
saw-
following Leovold because of the cloak.
I don't think it's like hallucinating, but I think that's why. Because they didn't do anything with us.
I don't even know what this cloak does. Peyton never sent me the damn photo.
I forgot to send you the picture. I'm sorry. Um,
So I'm like, I know I like the saving throws. I thought I had a +1. I can't remember if I do or don't.
it's a +1 to saving throws and a +1 to AC.
Okay.
So you found them in like Valencio's house?
In the safe, yeah. So I'm not a thief.
Wait, the clowns were in the safe?
No,
Oh gosh.
Where did the
Where
clowns?
they were in the walls. They were in the walls. Of
But
that
they
house.
were in his house, so they could be
Yes.
like working for him.
Well,
They,
they are.
like,
They are working for
100%.
him.
They're
Yeah,
his
what did he refer
henchmen.
to them as? He called them something.
Is
He said they were like unsightly or something.
Yeah.
unsavory, maybe?
Yeah, something
Oh,
like
they're
that.
unsavory. I agree.
Yeah.
Or like
Um,
hired help, but he's
like-
like, I don't. Even
I
he
want to
doesn't seem
hire an
like
eldritch
them.
horror to help
They're
me.
like they like were in the walls and then they came out of the walls.
What do you mean they were
Elder-
in the walls?
They merged like I don't know how else to say it. They were in the fucking walls and they stepped out like it was a doorway.
Ah,
Like no doorway appeared. They just walked through it like it was a doorway.
Yeah, and they knew that he went upstairs, and they were just like, "Hey, boss," and they that you didn't get to hear them talk yet. They Happy will say like 3 or 4 words, and then Sad will say like 2 or 3 words, and then Happy will say a couple words, and then Sad will say a few words. And they were
I
like, "Hey,
have to know
boss,"
what these things are.
and then
You
they were
don't
like, "Hey,
want to?
boss, there's a guy upstairs," and he was like, "Why didn't you get him?" And they were like, "Okay, we'll go get him,"
Okay.
and they went up.
Keep in mind the robot fight we had in the sewers. These two fought 1 and 7 and was like whooping their ass. And if you get within like a certain range, don't know what it is because Damien was invisible, but they were like, something's following us. So they can
Or
sense
they could just
magic.
see him.
Well, they could tell too that Adarian wasn't Nettie.
Yeah.
They might
They
have like
see-
true sight or something.
And they could sense me as a spider as well.
I don't know. Don't care. I don't like them.
And not my problem.
No, they are my
Alyssa
problem.
is like
you,
making it her mission to find out what the hell these things are.
you have fun with that. I'm going to stay far away.
I don't think you are because they're chasing you. Or at least one of us.
I'm gonna do my best to stay away. I'm not.
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
promise
I can
anything.
keep running. Not a problem. There's plenty of places in this place.
Did they ever... You said that they were using fireball on the robots, right?
They made
Like,
an
they used
explosion.
explosion.
Have they ever actually attacked any of the party?
Mm-mm.
So they're killing literally everybody else. Okay.
They haven't attacked the party at all. Yeah. They've been killing like random people on the street.
Obviously.
And they have been, or making random people on the street kill themselves. Where the fuck did the cape card go? I better not have fucking.
You threw it away. Good job, bud.
It was.
Okay.
I'll have to send it to you because I remember it, but I can't find the card. But it gets everybody around you disadvantage on strength saving throws and checks for within 30 feet for a minute. But excuse me. I gotta skedaddle. Yeah, we're gonna kill these clowns soon, guys. We got this. You're level 4 now. You get new
Yeah,
abilities.
Oh,
I
yeah.
took sharpshooter.
It's a card.
It's gonna be easy.
I can
maybe
shoot
we can
within
make them
5
into
feet
allies.
or super far away. It doesn't matter.
Let's figure out what Valencia is paying these clowns and offer
And
them more.
Quadruple it.
And then we can just have these 2 clowns on the ship as crew members.
Yeah, B and Bob, part 2.
Fucking
God.
defended being Bob.
Worse.
They're worse than B and Bob.
For B was chaotic, but Bob was just like a chill dude who just like had this fucking shithead cousin. Like that's all Bob was.
Yeah.
You know, Bob was like depressed and like was like, okay, like whatever B's gonna do. And B's like, let's fucking cut this dwarf's face off and wear it.
Yeah.
Man. Crazy.
All right, later, ladies
See
and
you all
ladies
next week.
and lads.
Yeah, see you next week.
See
care.
you guys. Bye bye.
So yeah.